Yo, yo. Here we go. How many times have I started with that? Because maybe that's kind of getting old. I'm just kidding. How's everybody doing today? Special live stream Friday. Special live stream Friday. Because I'm especially broke and need some propane, gas, donations, and asking for your help here because I don't want to fucking freeze to death. I'm about to run out, so I mean, any help is appreciated. Where's everybody at? Don't you know that I was gonna live stream? Where's everybody at? Wow. Just waiting for somebody to say hello and let me know they can hear me. Can you hear me and see me? Hello. Hello. Oh, crap. I got to put some sugar in this shit. Grab yourself a cup of Joe, folks. Maybe that'll help warm your heart a little bit since everybody's so cold and psychopathic thanks to watching too much Hollyweird influence. That's right. It gets you to think like a fucking sociopathic psychopath. Yeah. Hold on, let me adjust this. Man, the people are so dumb that they want to live in a zoo and get attacked by all the wild animals. Like, I don't want to live in a zoo. That's why lions are not allowed to walk the streets of New York City, but you allow them to walk everywhere else. It's a mental illness, dude. Mountain lions and bears running around. Look at this. Somebody, just another guy killed here by a fucking mountain lion. Come on, man. Why do we got to die like that? It's completely unnecessary. Every bear attack and bear death and mountain lion attack is unnecessary because you don't want to live with predators running around, and you think it's natural. You got to call these things, dude. You can't have your babies running around with fucking bears running around and lions. You mental ill retards. Wow, they're so dumb here. There's no help in this world. They're mentally ill here, basically. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Where you been? Where you been, man? Well, I think I missed you on the last one. Maybe I can't remember anyway. Hope you're doing well. It's a struggle. I know one thing. It's a struggle. Because I'm about to run out of propane heat and nobody even fucking donates. But I do want to give a shout out to Jasmine and Nelly or Don Conrad there who gave me $30 the other day. Appreciate that. But that had to go right to somebody, another neighbor I owe money. So it doesn't really, I mean, it helps. It helps me back off one of my neighbors that I owe money to for fucking heat. So yeah, they feel sorry for me, and but that gets, how that goes. It doesn't last long. I got to pay him back for propane heat and shit. That's bullshit, dude. I can't even get enough donations to fucking goddamn get fucking heat, man, and food. I'm out of fucking food. I got no goddamn food. I've been out of food for days, dude. I don't eat. Fuck it. Why do you think my fucking jawline is so carved and ripped and sculpted and shredded? And I'm just kidding. As opposed to like looking at Alex Jones or any of these other retards, you can't even see their neck. Their face just comes straight down to their shoulders. They have no neck. Their face just comes straight down to their shoulder. It's disgusting to watch. Yeah, I mean, crazy world. Can you guys hear me and see me okay? Hey, Adam, can you hear me okay, bud? Yo. Can you see me and hear me? Evidently, you would probably say something, obviously. Oh, good. So what do we got here? I guess we'll get right into some of it. Nobody wants to fucking watch me or view me. So, censored. I'm not just censored. These fuckers don't fucking like me. So fuck them, dude. Fuck the world. Fuck all you fuckers that don't like me. I don't give a fuck. I don't like you either. That's why you don't like me. You feel it. You know I don't fucking like you because you're dumb and you make me live like a slave. Yeah, good. I want you to know I don't like you. If you were fucking, responsible and you fucking didn't fucking vote for pedophiles, you would like me. If you didn't vote for pedophiles to rule over me, I promise you would like me. You would like me. But I hate you fucking retards that vote and want to rule me. I hate you. I fucking don't want to be ruled. Okay? Fuck you. You don't get to make arbitrary fucking rules for me, you fucking pedophile fucks, and destroy the world. Everybody's broke now because of it. 99% of the population is fucking struggling and only 1% has anything to do. It's fucking mentally ill and retarded here. Fuck you. So yeah, you're not going to like me. Fuck you, motherfuckers.
This is pretty crazy. An Israeli cybersecurity CEO is going on CNBC and telling Americans publicly that they need to have their First Amendment right restricted, as if he even goes here, as if he even lives in America. This is pretty wild. Take a listen to this.
I mean that we need to control the platforms.
Check this out. You got a fucking foreign pedophile, just some pedophile walking around that gets to go on the news because it's all owned by Israel, right? So you got some pedophile who doesn't even live in America. He's not even from America. He's an Israeli. So now you got Israelis on your American news networks telling you that you're not allowed to talk. You don't have free speech. Some fucking pedophile from Israel is telling Americans, has the goal to get up here and tell Americans they don't have free speech, dude. I will chop this dude's fucking head off.
All this.
Now the IDF, why do you think that all of the ICE agents have masks on? Do you want to know why? Because they're all IDF. They're all from Israel, you fucking retards. You've been invaded. All of the ICE agents are from Israel, too. And now you have Israelis on your fucking news telling you can't have free speech. What the fuck is wrong with you mental ill retards here?
Social platforms, we need to stack rank the I mean that we need to control the platforms.
As if he even goes here, as if he even lives in America.
Goes here. What are you in high school? He doesn't go to this high school. Dude, live here. He doesn't live here. He has no business. He's not an American citizen. Okay, so he has no business on this fucking news network telling us what to do. Do you understand?
America. This is pretty wild. Take a listen to this.
I mean that we need to control the platforms, all the social platforms.
Who the fuck is we, dude? When he says we, do you think he's talking about the United States or is he talking about Israel? He's from Israel. We, Israel, need to control the social platforms. This is what this pedophile just admitted. This cocksucking pedophile just admitted he wants to control your speech. How you think? You're not allowed to have an opinion, slave. He thinks he's your master. This pedophile, fucking motherfucking child raping, psychopathic, sociopathic, fucking raper, freedom raper, wants to fucking tell you you're not allowed to fucking go against his edicts, his dictates of the pedophile regime known as Israel.
We need to stack rank.
Don't get it twisted. Israel is a pedophile state. It is a state, a welfare state of pedophiles, psychopathic, genocidal pedophiles. It is a pedophile state. All of the pedophiles go to Israel for safety. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. When I can show you, I can show you recently. Decade after decade. And then there's one recently too.
Authenticity of every person that expresses themselves online and take.
So everybody, you want to express yourself? Fuck you. How dare you want to have an opinion? That's what this no-neck, pedophilic motherfucking psychopath, child raping fucking faggot, dick sucking faggot, takes cock in his mouth and his ass all day long. He's such a gay fag.
Control over.
That loves cock in his asshole.
What they are saying based on that ranking.
The government.
The government should
control the social media.
Yeah, and I know it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment.
I know it's difficult to hear. It's time to limit your freedom. It's time to limit your freedom.
In order, it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect. It's time
to limit your freedom. It's time to take away your freedom to protect your freedom. This is the most mentally ill pedophile I've ever heard in my life.
To limit the First Amendment in order to protect it.
In order to protect it, we have to take it away from you. Do you understand how dumb he thinks you are? Like, bro, I will fucking take your fingernails out slowly, one by one. Do you understand what I'm going to do to you if I ever find you?
And quickly.
If I find you, do you understand what I'm going to do to you?
Before it's too late.
What do you mean?
So there you go. It's time to limit the First Amendment.
Which means your freedom, okay? Which some pedophile wrote down and told you, hey, you're allowed to have a First Amendment, okay? Some fucking pedophile wrote it down because, yeah, he thinks you're too dumb to understand what your freedom is. I'm not kidding.
In order to protect it before it's too late. He's not even an American. The guy's not even an American. And I kid you not, his name.
Foreign pedophiles. You have a pedophile state of Israel. Foreign pedophiles telling you you got to limit your freedom to protect it. Again, this is how mentally ill. This pedophile just proved he only cares about sucking fucking 2-year-old dick, okay? He doesn't give a fuck about your freedom, okay?
His name is Shlomo Kramer. He said this very, very recently on CNBC, and he's telling Americans apparently what they should be doing as if he goes here for what? For Israel's security. And the fact that CNBC had a guy come on their show and he spoke openly about restricting Americans' free speech, about changing their First Amendment right in order to suit his interests.
He didn't say change. He said limit, you fucking kook.
For a foreign country. And these anchors at CNBC, these radio heads, these talk show hosts are not fighting back at that, or not calling him out on that. Hey, like, that's a red line. You can't say that word.
Of course not, dude. They'll get fired. They're just order following robot retards that love to be slaves. They fucking love being slaves, dude. They're like, fucking govern me harder, daddy. You want to bend over a little more? They fucking love slavery here, these retards in America. They're all cowards. Look at what they've allowed a group of pedophiles to steal all their money. Only 1% of the people, billionaires, are allowed to fucking live here and enjoy life in the world. Like, fucking, they're stupid as shit, these fucking cowards. The people here in America, the population, are fucking slave cowards. I don't know what's wrong with these people here. They used to be, when I was growing up, these motherfuckers would kill anybody from Israel that came on our TV if they tried to do this shit. But actually, then it was still bad. Hell, it was bad in 1948. Believe it or not. You're not going to believe it. These fuckers were back there in the early 1900s. These fucking scoundrels were fucking trying to take over the world. So we got a group of people. There's something wrong with them. They're probably not even completely human, because no human wants to constantly be so obsessed with controlling the world. Okay, listen, any human that wants to control the world might not be completely human, because it's not natural. A human, a normal human should never want to control anyone, ever. They should want you to be free. That's a normal human. Okay, if you want to control somebody and tell them what to do, they might not be human. That's all. I promise you this. Okay, they may be possessed by an etheric parasite. Some of them they call demons, whatever. I don't give a fuck. There's something here controlling these retards, these weak-minded people, and they all they want to do is control the world. They're obsessed. They don't want to go to the fucking beach and have a good time. All they think about is controlling the world. That's all they think about. They don't think about living life and making a better world. There's no focus in love. Nothing.
We're Americans. Why are you even suggesting that? How the hell does this guy have the gall? How does he have the nerve to tell Americans what American policy should be to restrict their free speech? This is
because he's an Israeli Mossad intelligence officer, pedophile, psychopath, piece of shit that has to die immediately. I would kill the guy myself. You want to? You literally. That's really where you're at. I got to defend my freedom, man. I'll just fucking kill you, dude. If that's really how you feel.
This is what I hate the most out of these people is they talk to Americans as if they control us. They talk to Americans as if they call the shots, and it ticks me off because they're a project state that America backs. They're a project state.
They're a pedophile state that America pays for. They're the welfare state. They couldn't exist without Americans paying the employees of the government in Israel. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. Yet they're going to tell everybody what to do. Here, give me this much and that much. Something's wrong, man. United States President Netanyahu and Vice President Trump are the pariah of the world. And they believe that they're the boss of the world. Everybody has to bow down to them. Again, the whole thing in Somalia right now, you're looking at a new colonization of Africa. You see how they invaded Palestine? Well, they're doing the same thing in Somalia now, and they want to get in there. I'm telling you, they want to get in there and start controlling this Somaliland, and then they're going to spread out 360 from there and take over Africa. That's their plan. That's what they said, not me.
Yet the nerve that these people have to tell Americans that they need to have their freedom of speech restricted because it upsets them.
Somaliland is the only state recognized by Israel because Israel wants to start another illegal criminal pedophile welfare state in Somalia to take it over. Just the same way it invaded and murdered people in Palestine in 1948. It invaded and took their land. It stole their land and said, we get to do this because some fucking pedophile wrote down on a piece of paper 1,000 years ago that it's mine. And I'm going to believe it because I'm mentally ill. That's what we're dealing with, this terrorist group, Israeli terrorist group. That's what so they murdered all the Palestinians and took it over. So now they're doing the same thing in Somalia, except they're doing it via Somaliland, and then they'll have their Somalians that are all paid off, and they'll force them and pay them and fucking have them to kill everybody around them the same way they do in Israel.
It upsets the project in the Middle East called Israel so much that it's now going to control the speech and the way that Americans handle their social media. It's ultimately their country. They can run the way. Americans can run the way their social media is handled for 330 million plus people. And
if they have a monopoly on it, dude, if they have a monopoly on, they got this thing called a broadcasting license. They got a monopoly on all your freedom. They got all this shit. They own everything. You're not allowed to do anything, dumb fucks. I don't know why you fuck. There's retards out there that literally think, they believe, they've been born in my lifetime that believe they're fucking free. Right now, they're mentally ill. They're so dumb. They've been in their houses for so long. They've never gone outside and dealt with the mentally ill cops that are fucking 2 years old mentally and that are wound up and set loose on the public. They haven't had to deal with any of them. They believe it's the same world they grew up in 50 years ago. Like, there's sheltered retards out there that all they do is watch the TV. So they don't really understand. They don't even do that. Yeah, some don't even do that, which is good for them. That they're less retarded.
They talk about it so openly. So of course, this isn't the first time they've repeatedly, they do stuff like this repeatedly, where there's efforts to control the narrative. I've stated repeatedly, Larry Ellison is in the process of purchasing TikTok. His son, David Ellison, purchased CBS. Very soon, seems like most likely CNN as well. And there's this complete control of the narrative. The IDF, and a former IDF officer is now...
But folks, again, they can do all this. Here's the thing, man. All this monopolizing the shit. It was already monopolized with Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street. That's why the news is so fucking and intelligence agencies already. Okay, now they're going more overt and letting the Israelis just take it over, because that's right in line with what they want to do to the American people anyway. The intelligence agencies are not your friends, people. You're mentally ill. You think they're here to help you and protect you and your safety, and you're mentally ill. They're the ones you need to be protected from. Do you understand? The intelligence agencies are the pedophile, predator, psychopaths who you need to be protected from, and you just gave them unlimited tax dollar money, and they're never held accountable for anything. Nobody in government ever in the history of government has ever been punished for treason, for corruption, for being a straight up pedophile criminal. Never, not one, not a single fucking politician in the entire history of the government.
The head of the hate speech division of TikTok. So there's this complete utter takeover of mainstream, of social media.
It's been taken over. It's called Mockingbird Media. It's admitted in the, an open court in the 70s. So look it up, retards. It's all, again, it's been in the 70s. It was admitted that the intelligence agencies run all the news networks. You people are fucking so dumb, dude. Why would it be different now? You fucking dumb fucking retards. Why are you so dumb? Why are you so naive? Everybody's so fucking naive. Why? Marjorie Taylor Greene. I was naive. No shit. You're a dumb fucking young fucking cunt girl. You don't know your ass from your elbow. And you think you can fucking go up and tell the world what to do and be a politician, you fucking mental ill patient? You are mentally fucking ill for joining government in any way. You stupid bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck all you politicians. You're all fucking cursed. I'd put a curse on every one of you motherfuckers to die. And your soul, not your physical body. I put a curse on your souls. I have cursed everybody in government's soul. So you are fucked. Your karma, you are going to fucking pay.
Of mainstream media in order to shove
back and get raped and enslaved again and again, motherfucker, retard.
Pro-Israel propaganda down your throat. These people don't stop. They don't stop. It just keeps going. And I don't.
They're possessed by demons, okay? And demons don't need to sleep or stop. Their focus is one fucking whatever you want to call it, dude. They're possessed in their own mind. What do you want to call it, dude? They're nuts because they're obsessed and they won't stop being obsessed with controlling the world. Okay? They're not obsessed with making a better world, loving their fellow man, appreciating them, and trying to offer gifts to the world and pleasing the world and you know, no. They're mentally ill, meaning all they focus, their main focus is just to control. What is it? What do they always talk about and care about? They only care and talk about controlling everybody in the world. That's all. There's no focus on love or helping anybody. The government has never, ever helped the people that give it, that it stole the money from, ever. That's counterintuitive, right? To help the people you stole their money in the first place, why would you help them? If the government's job is to steal your money in the first place, why would it help you? I mean, I don't know what's wrong with you fucking retards. If the medical industry doesn't make any money for healthy people, why would they help you? And their job is to make money first, remember? Like I don't know how you're this dumb, people. Something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you to believe in a medical industry that doesn't make any money from healthy people. Something's wrong with you for believing that pedophiles are going to protect your freedom. Same thing. Something's wrong with you.
Understand how they don't recognize it's only going to backfire on them. Of course, this speech now is going viral on social media, on TikTok. The younger generation is clearly seeing this. And it's getting tons and tons of views because people are like, how does this guy even have the nerve to say this? He doesn't even go here. And what happens?
He doesn't even go here to our high school. What are you talking about? He doesn't live. You mean he doesn't live here? Like, I don't give a shit if he visits here. Even if he visits here, you don't get to fucking tell me what to do. Even if you live here, you don't get to tell me what to do. What are you talking about? Elephant in the room. Let's stop right there. You don't get. There's no arguing about what you get to tell me what to do. The argument is you don't get to tell me what to do, you stupid fucks. That's the problem with the public. Well, you can tell me what to do when it comes to this, but you can't tell me what to do when it comes to that. What are you talking about? They can never tell you what to do about anything. You people are fucking retarded.
When they hear an Israeli tell Americans that their First Amendment rights should be restricted, immediately, massive backlash. It immediately makes people more disgusted and more turned off to Israel. That's what's so funny about this. Israel is just like completing its own downfall. The more
Israel is the world pariah, and so is, United States President Netanyahu and Vice President Trump. Look where I stopped at 420, baby. I'm a natural. Did I try to? Fuck no, I didn't try to do that. But I look at that and that's like, that's crazy. I'm a badass. I'm such a fucking cool smoker that I didn't even mean to stop it on 420 to talk in the video, but I did. That's how cool I am. Look how cool I am. I blow myself. The
more they do stuff like this, the more they alienate themselves from the rest of the world, especially America, considering their existence is bankrolled by America. Maybe they should like consider playing their cards right a little bit more. But at the same time, to play devil's advocate, they kind of do control the United States. They kind of do heavily influence the United States to play devil's advocate because ultimately the Israeli.
All right. Kind of. What are you fucking baba boo boo gaga goo goo? Shut up. They completely control every aspect in the United States. I can show you video right now I'm going to show you video right fucking now of George H. Bush Sr. getting completely, dominated by Israel. Well, watch this shit. Wait till you see this. You are going to fucking, this shit's been going on so long by this President Netanyahu here, United States President Netanyahu. This shit's been lasting so long here. You can't believe it. You can't fucking believe it. They were going to kill George H. Bush Sr. Israel was they were going to kill his ass, okay? Because he was trying to, he was withholding a $10 billion aid package that Israel was extorting from the American tax dollar, American tax cattle. You're not a taxpayer. You're a human being, folks. Like, so people are fucking dumb. These motherfuckers are fucking dumb.
In 1991, a Mossad whistleblower and two former U.S. congressmen came forward and stated that the Israeli Mossad had a plan for assassination on former President George H.W. Bush. There's a lot to get into here. First off, just go ahead and take a listen to this.
And George Bush outraged the American Jewish community, if you recall, by taking a position that our aid to them, $10 billion, should be conditioned on a reasonable Israeli position toward a Mideast peace. Victor Ostrowski spoke out and said that the President of the United States is subject to the possibility of assassination around Mossad hit team when he goes to Spain at an international convention. By that willingness to speak out, he may have saved the life of the President of the United States.
So the former Israeli Mossad officer that came forward and stated this told Pete McCloskey, who you just heard, who then told the Secret Service in the United States to protect President Bush at the 1991 Spain International Convention. Before I show you a little bit, some more clips of Pete McCloskey, Victor Ostrowski, the Israeli Mossad officer, what you have to understand is that while George Bush at the time was trying to create a peace deal between the Palestinians and the Israelis, and while this was going on, and while there was the Spain 1991 peace conference, the Israelis wanted a loan guarantee in $3 billion, and George H.W. Bush denied them. He told the Israelis that we will not give you this loan guarantee until you promise to stop building Israeli settlements in Palestinian lands. George H.W. Bush at the time was worried that if he gave the loan guarantee to the Israelis, it would upset the Arabs while they would go ahead and go to the Spain International Convention at the peace conference. Take a listen to what George Bush had to say at the time regarding these loan guarantees that he did not want to give to the Israelis.
A few days ago, I asked Congress to defer consideration for 120 days of Israel's request for $10 billion in additional U.S. loan guarantees meant to help Israel absorb its many new immigrants. I did so in the interest of peace. I did so because we must avoid a contentious debate that would raise a hope.
Wait, why do they always have money for Israel or war or everything, but they don't ever have money for you? Like, they can just come up with money. Here's $10 billion. We're going to just loan you that. We can't loan y'all anything. And if you do, we'll garnish your accounts, you dumb fuckers. It's your money anyway, but, you're going to pay us back anyway with interest. Fuck you. Like, this place is so mentally ill. They're so dumb. It's insane here.
Host of controversial issues. Nothing should be done that might interfere with this prospect. And if necessary, I will use my veto power to prevent that from.
I believe I might have said 3 billion, sorry, 10 billion. But what he said there in that last part was very important. He would use his veto power to prevent it. He's basically telling Congress, I'm going to, I don't want this aid to pass. And if Congress decides to overstep me, because the Israeli lobby was going in overdrive, AIPAC was going in overdrive, trying to get Congress to approve this aid package. If Congress tries to sidestep me, I'll veto it. That's how set George H.W. Bush was on not giving this aid. Now, none of this is to try to make George H.W. Bush seem like this amazing president. Oh my God, he loved the Palestinians so much. That's not what I'm getting across at all. But what I'm telling you is, regardless of your feelings of George H.W. Bush, there was a moment when George H.W. Bush had a major conflict of interest with the Israelis. And the Israelis didn't like it because they never wanted peace. So while George H.W. Bush was like, well, hold on, we have a 1991 peace conference that he felt like could have actually led to a peace deal, he didn't want to ruin that. So he goes on, and there's another clip here explaining why he didn't want to give this aid package and the United States positions on Israeli settlements.
But what we're really trying to do is work it out without getting into a lot of confrontation. And I think that's the approach to take at this point.
Can you avoid confrontation when they're bringing the fight to you, when they're going around you, when the government of Israel has?
I can take quite a few punches, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about working harmoniously together in a spirit of cooperation. And I've seen comments that from abroad that I didn't particularly appreciate, but that's we're the United States of America, and we have a leadership role around the world that has to be fulfilled.
No, you don't.
And I'm calling the shots
You
on
don't.
this question in the way I think is best. And
What around the world does.
What he's referring to right there when he says that he heard some comments that he didn't appreciate. The Israelis were so mad at him for not giving this $10 billion aid package that Israeli officials came forward and called President Bush an anti-Semite and a liar. I'm not kidding. This is on record. I'm going to show you the article right here. This is how much they hated the guy at the time. Let me just go ahead and share my screen for you guys. Let's see here. I have so many articles that I'm about to show you guys. There we go. Harsh words in Israeli cabinet aimed at Bush. A session of Israel's cabinet held Sunday to discuss deep divisions between the Bush administration and the government of Prime Minister Yitzhak Shamir quickly gave way to unrestrained ill will, with one minister branding Bush an anti-Semite. This was on September 16th of 1991. The outburst highlighted the political passions aroused by Bush's vow to delay U.S. guarantees for $10 billion in loans to house and provide jobs for Soviet immigrants flooding into Israel. Bush wants the guarantees held up until Israeli-era peace talks are well underway. Shamir says the guarantees have nothing to do with the proposed talks. The dispute over guarantees and over conditions for a U.S. Soviet-sponsored Middle East peace conference are expected to dominate the visit of Secretary of State James Baker, who arrives here today to begin his 7th diplomatic shuttle. Yada, yada, yada. So this is how upset they were. They called the guy an anti-Semite. Of course, we know that Israelis, and it's pretty common that when they're upset, there tends to be a tendency sometimes to be called an anti-Semite. Nowadays, when you criticize the Israeli government, this was happening back in 1991, god dang it. So this is how infuriated they were. Now, the U.S. media at the time might not have shown how infuriated the Israelis were, but I took the time to go through the National Archives of Israeli media and see what the Israeli headlines had to say at the time. And I've screenshotted a few Israeli headlines I wanted to go over with you guys. So let's go through some of them right here. Obviously, I don't know how to read Hebrew. You guys don't either. So what I did is I was able to toss these into Google Translate. So here's the first one. And this headline says, Israel will submit detailed requests of assistance to the European presidency. Because Bush didn't want to give Israel a $10 billion aid package, Yitzhak Shamir, the prime minister of Israel at the time, decided to start seeking out European help. And he went to the Europeans instead, hoping they would give him the aid. That's how much they wanted this aid. The reason they needed this aid is because at the time, Israel was taking in millions of Soviet immigrants. Soviet Jews were coming in from Ukraine, from Russia, and they make up, till today, Russian and Ukrainian Jews make up a huge chunk of Israel's demographic population. And Israel needed $10 billion in loan guarantees in order to adequately have housing for them to come in when they were.
Did you hear that? Ukrainian Russian Jews make up a huge part of Israel. So they're in there trying to take over Ukraine, man. Right now. Like, now you retards can understand why things in the world happen the way they do. It's all because of these fucking pedophile state of Israel. That's why everything in the world, every war, everything in the world was these fucking nut job pedophile motherfuckers. And it goes back to the banksters. They're the banksters, you retards. They're the banksters, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. Yeah, and the people are too dumb to see it. They're so mentally ill and dumb. They think Elon is rich when the banksters have been creating money out of thin air for the last 300 years at least. In other countries, the Federal Reserve for 100 since 1912 with the Federal Reserve. They've been doing it hundreds of years before the Federal Reserve because they started the banks with Napoleon and funded both sides of the war. And you know what I mean? And they come in. It's ridiculous that they think Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. It exposes how they try to hide the true evil here. That's how they try to hide the true power, by telling you. And you got all the sheeple regurgitating Elon Musk is the richest. This is how dumb they are here. They don't understand that there's hundreds of years of banksters creating money out of thin air, including the Federal Reserve, where they just create money out of thin air. They have fractional reserves. The bank only needs 10% of reserve, and they can loan to create money out of thin air, 90% out of thin air. Debt. They create debt. It's money. It's a debt. It's not really. It's currency in the form of a debt. It's crazy.
They were coming in to settle Palestinian lands. So here's another article at the time. And this one, let's go ahead and see the translation for it. Oh, I don't have that one. Let's see here. Is it right over here? I have a lot. So let's just go to this one right here. Here's this. And then here's the translation. Bush is boiling over Israel. They are poking our fingers in the eyes. They're poking fingers in our eyes. This is, again, an article headline coming from Israeli media at the time. This is how much they frame Bush as being so upset. The guarantees are essential condition for absorbing 1 million immigrants from the Soviet Union, yada, 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 yada. And here's another article at the time, again, is...
Yeah, what about the excuse of there's children starving right here in the U.S.? Why don't they get 10 billion? Why don't the goddamn children right here get 10 billion? Like, why? Like not one fucking time. Every fucking year, billions of dollars to Israel. But you don't ever get a fucking penny, man. You got to buy a driver's license. You got to pay. You're forced to buy a fucking product called car insurance from a fucking pedophile corporation. And then they don't even fucking honor the fucking contracts. I mean, give me a break, you idiots. You're forced to buy insurance, a product from a pedophile, and they don't even honor the fucking contracts. When you wreck a car, they don't give you not half the value. They don't, if at all.
A Hebrew article, and it translates to Bush threatens to veto the guarantees. So the Israelis were very much so keeping up with this. Now, where does it get to the point of the assassination attempt? This is what I'm going to get into with you guys right now. I'm about to play a clip from the former Israeli Mossad officer, Victor Strelfsky. He's still alive today. He fled to Canada. He lives in Canada till today. And he came forward, and this was initially all uncovered. And he wrote a book called The By Way of Deception, where he states that the Israeli Mossad planned to assassinate Bush at the 1991 Spain.
He's been doing his research, by By Way of Deception is a famous book.
An international convention in Madrid, and they were planning on tossing out 3 Palestinians in the ensuing confusion and blame it on the Palestinians and use them as patsies while all of this was going on. This is what
Patsies. It's called patsies. Something's wrong with this dude. He don't know how to say patsies.
Victor Ostrovsky had to say, however, regarding his time in the Mossad and what the Mossad interests are for Israel in the region. Take a listen.
Now, I know what they do because I used to ask them to do it. I mean, when I was in the Mossad and we had a guy that gave us problems in the U.S., and he was speaking out and he was talking like Pete talked once and said, Israel is bombing Lebanon with cluster bombs. We say, hey, who's that guy? You know, Pete Makaki, we used to call him. Yeah, which is Pete the cockroach. Because he makes a lot of noise and you can't get rid of him.
Wow.
So what you do is you get in touch.
So all you people that speak out, they call you cockroaches because you're making a lot of noise and you bother them and they want to step on you. That's how these pedophiles think. Listen to the mentality of these pedophiles.
With a guy in the station in New York or in the station.
To me, you're all a bunch of pedophiles to me. Okay, none of you you don't have a chance. To me, you're all pedophiles automatically. You don't have a chance. You're over. You're done. In my opinion, you're done. I fucking see dog shit on the ground. I respect shit on the ground more than I respect you motherfuckers.
In Washington, you say, tell the guys at B'nai B'rith to label him. And of course, the campaign starts, and before you know it, the guy's labeled. And he's an anti-Semite because that's what we say he is.
Because that's the trick of a pedophile. You say anything long enough, the weak-minded believe it because they're submissive, mentally weak. It's inherent in the mentally weak. The mental midget is inherently weak-minded.
And that's one stain you cannot wash. Now, it shames me as a Jew to tell you that.
And psychopathic mentality minds are inherently deceptive. Okay? All psychopaths are inherently deceptive. They'll lie, cheat. They don't have any morals or ethics. I would never fucking cheat or lie. Never, ever. I'm all about the truth. Well, what's the fucking point of being here, man? Like, what's the point, man, if you're going to live a lie? I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. Like, why live a lie? Like, why not be true? What's the point if you don't live true, right? That's my mentality.
That's the fact. And it's wrong. And the people who are perpetrating this don't really understand what they're doing because they're losing their own liberty.
So this is Victor Ostrovsky, and he's the Messiah.
Damn, he made a good point there. The retards that are perpetrating it don't even understand that they're losing their own liberty by perpetrating it. They don't even understand it. They're so dumb. This is how dumb they are.
Odd officer
Can't make it up.
Who came forward and said there was assassination plot. The reason that's important to show you guys is the labeling of anti-Semite, of how the Mossad uses that labeling when people would question the Israeli government. When he said Pete there, he was referring to former U.S. Congressman about again Israel's Prime Minister Yitzhak Shamir being upset during the Arab-Israeli meetings and trying to reschedule them to his own convenience. As he remains president, George Bush will be the center of controversy and therefore personally at risk. Despite the endeavors of the Secret Service, the agency whose primary purpose is to protect the President of the United States from harm, no occupant of the office can be effectively shielded from danger. The Secret Service has special reason for concern at this point in George Bush's career. Before Bush headed for the opening day of the peace conference, the Secret Service received a warning that elements of Israel's spy operation, the Mossad, might put Bush's life in danger.
Bush's life.
So the Secret Service knew at the time that there was a hint that the Israeli Mossad was planning to assassinate the president or had a plan for assassination. They received a tip, like I said, from Victor Ostrovsky. The danger was first expressed by Victor Ostrovsky, a former Mossad agent, to a group of Canadian parliamentarians.
Yeah.
After 4 years of service, Ostrovsky had left the Mossad in protest against its method and had written the book By Way of Deception, exposing Israel's spy operations in the United States. Ostrovsky told the Canadians that the Mossad, not elected political establishment, is the real engine of policy in Israel. He added ominously that secret intelligence he had been receiving suggested strongly that the Mossad's hatred of Bush and support for Vice President Dan Quayle may lead to an attempt on the president's life. Quayle
I fucking hated Quayle.
was always popular by Jewish groups,
Stupid-ass,
with Jewish groups.
faggot-ass Dan Quayle, fucking God-tard, religion-tard, fucking another Christian mentally ill idiot controlled by religion and government. He fucking falls for every trick in the book. There's not a single thing he doesn't fall for. Banks, money, real estate, corporation. Man, there ain't nothing.
Groups is regarded by Israel as much more sympathetic to its problems than Bush. And then he goes on, and of course, Victor Ostrovsky told Pete McCloskey. Pete McCloskey then told the United States Secret Service. So I actually have, by way of deception, I read it all. I'm going to show you guys in the next video. I'm going to do another part 2 of this video where I'm going to go in more detail of exactly how this assassination attempt was planned. The names of the individuals. Victor Ostrovsky came forward and said 3 Palestinians were going to be used as Potsis. They have the names of the 3 Palestinians, and Victor Ostrovsky stated the Mossad planned to have the 3 Palestinians state that they were working for the Abu Shabab gang, which is basically a Palestinian militant at the time, Palestinian extremists, and how they define him. And they plan to use him as patsies to make basically the Palestinians the most hated people in the world. And by doing so, the Israeli Mossad would eliminate Bush, who they felt was extremely anti-Semitic, and install Vice President Dan Quayle. Now, of course, after the Secret Service received this tip, and the Bush administration felt that and recognized this tip was serious, the plan was called off, and there was a large propaganda campaign in the United States already to prepare the American people for President Dan Quayle. This was very, you could see this, and I'm going to pull up headlines in the next video I'm about to make. I already saved a few here. There were several headlines posted one after another, basically telling people about how amazing Dan Quayle is. Vice President Dan Quayle this, Vice President Dan Quayle that. There was a headline that says because Bush had heart problem. There was one point where Bush had a small heart attack, or had, I don't believe it was a heart attack, actually. He had fibrillation. And he was sent to the hospital. And at the time, of course, there was no phones like we do now and smartphones and whatnot. So the State Department wasn't sure what was going on. And then an article was.
Anyway, you get the idea. Yeah, man. They're trying. You know what Israel's trying to do now? Another reason they created this Somaliland shit. This Somaliland state is because they want to displace the Palestinians from their own land and send them to Somaliland. That's right. That's right. That's right. It's crazy. Crypto reserves set to thin air the deficit into surplus using gold-backed. Look into Jake Shields' recent what? Oh, I like that. Calling for hangings. Damn, dude, that's my kind of talk. Calling for hangings and fucking justice and punishment for pedophile criminal murderers. Yeah. If you murdered a bunch of people, like babies, and genocided them and like bombed people, innocent people with no due process, and fishermen and shit, and murdered babies in Israel and fishermen and Venezuela, like, you got to die for that. Like, you got to be executed immediately to show the rest of the world you can't go around killing people. You have to you have to pay for that, so that way nobody goes around killing people. You see someone killing people, they got to die now, so that prevents all the other people from killing you. You understand? They got to die. They can't be let loose and free like all the mafia people they do. You can't let them loose. They got to die for that shit. You chose to kill here for whatever reason, and you can't be here now. It's really that easy. And my other heater, my fucking other heater, man. Now I got to hear this fucking retard thing with the noise. My other heater, this is a backup one that's broke, but it barely works because I am fucked. My other heater, my main heater stopped working. The damn thing just kept shutting off. Then I can't get it to fucking go on. Then one day I got it to go back on and then it shuts off again and it won't fucking go on and it won't stay on. It's fucking junk, man. I'm surprised it lasted that long, to be honest. With the corporations these days, you know what I mean? I used that fucker for a while. I did. Every day. Well, not every day, but some times of the year, every day, All right, what? Oh, I can't stand this thing. Oh, God, they're about to run out of gas. No wonder it's probably puttering like that. God, I hate this place. I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna freeze my ass off here. This sucks, dude. I'm gonna fucking freeze my ass off here, right here. Like a fucking stiff board, like my brother. In the car accident, it was 20 degrees that night. He froze to death. Got in a car accident, bump your head. If you don't fucking wake up in time, you're knocked out, unconscious. You're gonna die. You're gonna freeze to death. It's murder here. It's murder here. This place is murder. It's an evil world. Evil. Like that goddamn poor guy. What's his name? In that plane crash. Greg Biffle, bro. His whole family died. That's a nightmare, bro. This fucking world is tragic, bro. Like, and you know why he died, dude? Because one of the retard pilots didn't have enough sense to make sure that the door was all the way closed, dude. It wasn't latched all the way. So when they got in the air and was going fast enough, the door flew off and hit the engine. And so they had to turn around and they were losing power. So they had, the engine's fucked up. And then they had a full tank of fuel. So when you're losing power trying to land, boom, they all die. That's what happened to them. Human error. Well, they're all human errors, I guess, right? What am I talking? What am I, stupid? So yeah, that's a tragic story too, man. Like my brother dying, and it's another one. Who knows what happened to that Daniel Naroditsky either? My guess is he took medication from the big pharma and died from it, or a vaccine. So that's my opinion. But I don't know, and I don't really, it doesn't matter. But everybody in 2020, the point is, a lot of good people died in 2025, man. My mom and my brother both died in 2025. I mean, my brother dies, and 11 days later, boom, my mom dies, man. Man, it's been a rough fucking year. Everybody's dying like that, Biff's whole fucking family dies. I mean, dude, that is tragic. This place is tragic. Dude got eaten by a bear the other day and died. For no reason. A dude died from a mountain lion the other day. Why? It's unnecessary, man. Why? Well, why? All these deaths, man, they're completely whack and unnecessary. A lot of them. But a lot of them aren't either. All right, I'm not going to watch the whole thing of this because this guy goes on and on. But yeah, just everything's annoying because it's like everything's a fucking psyop, dude. It's so annoying. These cocksucking intelligence agencies do not quit. Okay, these pedophiles don't stop. Okay, the pedophiles that shouldn't be, not the powers that be. It's the powers that shouldn't be. Anybody that says powers that be, like you're a fucking slave, coward, faggot, retard. Shut up. Shut your dick sucking faggot ass. Okay, go suck some dick somewhere else, coward.
There's also a Gaza-related angle. Earlier this year, it was reported that the U.S. and Israel
shouldn't want to
have
suck dick
explored
if you're a
Somaliland
man.
as a potential destination for displaced
But
Palestinians
whatever,
from
do what
Gaza.
you want. Nothing
And
against
bingo,
everybody. You're weird.
that is why we've been hearing so much about Somalian fraud in
Too much
Minnesota.
dick sucking
It
Trump.
seems to be all
Netanyahu.
coordinated. Happy New Year, everybody. Today is the first.
Hold on. Let me start this over. I can't hardly hear it. Did you guys know that Trump and fucking Netanyahu
Day of
are
2026.
such fucking fairies? They were wearing they wore the same fucking suit and tie, exactly the same suit and tie, like a couple of fucking fairies. Trump and Netanyahu, President Netanyahu and Vice President Trump of the United States of America, these two fairies were wearing red matching ties, like their best butt buddies, like their BFFs. Like, you want to be my BFF? Boo boo, while I fuck you in your ass and hold your back like I'm a ventriloquist?
There's also a Gaza-related angle. Earlier this year, it was reported that the U.S. and Israel have explored Somaliland as a potential destination for displaced Palestinians from Gaza.
And bingo, that is why we've been hearing so much about Somalian fraud.
But also, they want a foothold. It's another foothold like they did to the Palestinians. They start taking over the whole country. You'll see. You'll see. They're like a cancer. They're a virus. They don't stop. It's a cancer.
In Minnesota,
Not like a virus. I didn't mean to say that because that's all crock as shit.
Seems to be all coordinated. Happy New Year, everybody. Today is the first day of 2026, and we are actually going to dig into the most viral story that ended 2025, the alleged Somali daycare fraud in Minnesota exposed by YouTube journalist Nick Shirley. Let's take a listen.
Here in Minnesota, massive fraud is taking place.
But they didn't expose any of the fraud of Trump with the pump and dump coin scheme, the coin meme scheme thing.
Place within the government and the Somali
saying that this is like a
population. Here, this building alone, Quality Learning Center, is a daycare, yet they spelled learning wrong, and they said leering. This daycare alone in 2025 has received $1.9 million from the government.
All right, we should.
A word.
We don't need to see all that.
Oh yeah, just $1 million, according to Somali population.
Minneapolis being ran by the Somali population.
That's right. According to Nick Shirley, the Somali population in Minnesota is up to no good. According to Shirley and his team, they uncovered $110 million of fraud.
Again, what you're saying, I'm gonna just break it down. What you're seeing is Israel's at it again. Then the same way they like to defame the Palestinians, they want to defame the Somalians so they can send the Palestinians there. That's what basically we're getting down to. Let's go to the next one. Now I'm wondering about this one. Yeah. I don't know, but there's something that goes beyond what normal people would do here, man. It's just not normal. There's something else here. Clearly, you can identify their thoughts from yours, these thought parasites, unless you're weak-minded, and then you think that the demon's thoughts are yours because you're fucking retarded idiots. But yeah, man, something is something's wrong with these people to the point it's not them, man. Something else is happening here, man, because normal people don't do this. Something else is going on. Normal people don't do this shit. They don't want to control the world. Something's wrong with you, with these people, man. They're not people, bro. A normal person doesn't need to control the rest of the world to be happy. Let me explain this to you. A normal person doesn't need to control the entire world, need to be obsessed with controlling the world to be happy.
Right. So Benjamin Netanyahu is still flying around the world. Right. So Benjamin Netanyahu is still flying around the world under an ICC arrest warrant, and that's precisely why his problem has just got much.
Again, you have international law, according to the retards. They always talk about, oh, you're violating international law. You're violating internet all the time. Yet this guy is violating international. Every country he goes to is disregarding the international law by not arresting this guy. Everywhere this guy goes, every country in the world isn't even abiding by their own international criminal arrest warrants. It's pathetic. The countries, the IC, all this shit, the ICC, international, they're a joke. It's insane. Which nobody should have a monopoly on power. But if you're causing harm, you got to be held accountable. And I don't give a fuck who does it.
It's bigger because every journey now needs a record. Every overflight exposes a choice, and every silent accommodation tightens the knot he's stuck in. This isn't about one trip or one route. It's about a system that's stopped working quietly and is now failing openly and in public. European states are waving him through their airspace while pretending international law still means something. The court is watching its own authority drain away, and the contrast couldn't be uglier. The man accused of orchestrating mass civilian harm travels freely, while by comparison, the UN rapporteur documenting those crimes can't even use a credit card.
You can't make it up. He can't even use a credit card. The guy trying to hold the guy accountable can't even survive, but the guy who's supposed to be arrested can just go all over the world. But the people from the ICC that put the arrest warrant out, they can't even use their own banks. What the? They know how to get power, these fucking cocksucking pedophiles, dude. United States President Netanyahu, he knows.
Or access basic.
He knows how to get power and control the world. This pedophile here.
Banking because of financial restrictions.
By the way, this guy is possessed by an etheric parasite demon. Could even be what some people would even consider an alien. This guy's an alien, dude. And look what he wants to take over the world, bro. People see him as a human, bro. They think this guy's like a regular human or something. This guy is nuts, dude. This guy is like an alien or something, bro. Like nobody wants to take over the world like this guy, bro. This guy is absolutely a fucking alien. But you didn't come from up there. He came from who knows where. From the ether.
They've had slapped on them for investigating
etheric parasites controlling a vessel, a physical vessel from the ether, completely controlled from the ether. So you would never even know it was an alien.
An ally. That's not a malfunction. That's how the system is choosing to operate now. Once that choice is put on display, people don't miss it. It doesn't quietly go away either. Right, so a sitting Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, is travelling internationally under an active international criminal court arrest warrant yet again, adjusting his flight paths, threading European airspace, avoiding some jurisdictions, relying on others for passage, and doing it all in full view because we can all access the flight path. It's all public information. Yet at the same time, the United Nations Special Rapporteur, Francesca Albanese, who's been documenting the crimes that underpin that arrest warrant, has been financially cut off without charge, process, or explanation. She hasn't committed any crime. She's just done her job.
There you go. That's what you get for having all your money in banks, because I told you if your money's in the bank, it's not your money. I told you that. You better buy tangible assets like gold and silver. I told you that decades ago.
Benjamin Netanyahu can still fly, though. That's the surface fact. That's what plenty of people are looking at. Plenty of people will just stop there and kick off about it, and justifiably so, in my view. But the mistake is thinking that freedom of movement equals stability or success, because it doesn't. What it means now is that the machinery protecting him is being forced into daylight, exposed to all of us, despite mainstream reporting on the travel itself being scanned.
Rules for thee, but not for me. United States President Netanyahu and Vice President Trump.
And daylight is, after all, rather corrosive.
Vice President Trump, just with no due process, is murdering fishermen in Venezuela for Israel. Everything in the history of the United States government, its negative actions were all rooted by Israel, all of them. And so now you have Vice President Trump obeying President Netanyahu to send more money to the welfare state, more brand new planes and weapons, and new financial packages for the governments, and so they can launder and steal more money.
Explosive in such terms.
But hey, your child wants to fucking eat. You want some propane gas for heat? Fuck you. That money's going to fucking pedophile President Netanyahu and his cronies. And Argentina, dude. Fuck you. Argentina gets that money. Fuck you. Ukraine gets that money. Fuck you. You don't get your own money. Fuck you. Vice President Trump and President Netanyahu go, fuck you. You don't get your own money back that we stole. Why do you think we stole it? Why would we give you back money that we stole from you? Oh, to placate you. Oh, we gave you here 1% back, and now you're happy. Yeah, there's that. But they don't even do that.
Every overflight permission, every rerouted corridor, every silent accommodation by a Rome Statute state is no longer neutral. It's recorded and it's traceable. And we can point to them and ask them, why are you allowing this? Why are you not upholding international law? And it's a key.
I would like to know. I would like to know why the United States President, Netanyahu, I would like to know why they're not arresting him anywhere. Why? And again, why doesn't Trump have an arrest warrant for no due process for basically committing a terrorism? He's committing terrorist attacks on the coast of Venezuela. Fishermen can't even go out fishing to provide food for their families there.
Accumulating into a problem that's getting harder to contain rather than easier to dismiss. The arrest warrant exists. We all know it does. It exists as a live legal instrument issued by the ICC prosecutor, Karim Khan, in relation to the situation in Palestine. And that alone changes the status of all of Netanyahu's movements. From that moment on, no journey he undertakes is ordinary. Every border crossed, every airspace transited, every clearance granted becomes a decision point where states either comply with, evade, or quietly undermine their own legal obligations.
That's crazy! That is fucking crazy! Like, why don't you just give me the king? Just give it to me!
This is where the problem begins to grow. Because once those decisions start to form a pattern, as they have now done, they stop being defensible as accidents or one-offs. Netanyahu's travel since the warrant was issued has not been routine. Routes have shifted and become convoluted, and this one was no different.
Convoluted? What the fuck?
Certain corridors have been avoided. Spanish airspace has been treated as risky and to be avoided, despite being the natural flight path for a flight between Israel and the US. While Greek, Italian, and French airspace have evidently been treated as safe because they're the airspace that he's traveled through.
Wow, did you see that? Holy shit. See, he knows. He better not fly through some of these motherfuckers.
It's not weather related.
Some of these motherfuckers might nab him, dude. Snatch and grab his pedophile ass, his war criminal, child raping, child murdering, genocidal, wanting to wipe out an entire people from their own land, dude. A genocidal maniac that wants to literally murder an entire people from their own land. He wants to murder an entire people from their own land. Hates them for fucking living there in the first place. How dare them exist? How dare them exist? Says pedophile Israel. Pedophile Israel. Pedophile Israel says that.
It's not coincidence either, because we've now seen it happen too many times. That's a legal risk assessment playing out in real time before all of our eyes. If overflight were genuinely meaningless, there'd be no need to avoid anyone, would there? He could fly straight every single time, straight through Spanish airspace, no problem.
God damn! God damn!
The fact he doesn't tells you that enforcement risk is being evaluated state by state, based not on law.
Oh yeah, those pedophiles know better. You better not pedophile around me.
But on political posture. And that's where this stops being about Netanyahu alone and starts
They know
becoming
better to come
about
out
the
here,
system that's
pedophile.
protecting him. Greece, Italy, and France are all parties to the Rome Statute. They've all publicly affirmed their commitment to international law. They have all, in practice, facilitated the safe transit of a man subject to an ICC arrest warrant. Didn't stumble into that position. Overflight permission is an executive act. It's granted, not assumed. It can be delayed. It can be denied. It can be conditional. But none of that happened. Silence did instead. Spain matters here, not because it acted heroically in any way, but because it demonstrates that alternatives exist. Netanyahu's avoidance of Spanish airspace only makes sense if Spain is perceived as a jurisdiction where the law might actually be taken seriously. That perception alone collapses the argument that enforcement is impossible, because it isn't. It's clearly political. Some states are willing to create friction. Others are willing to smooth it away. But that smoothing, that's now the lie.
Oh, yeah, dude, Chris, Bubscat, I told you that Netanyahu, United States President Netanyahu is from Poland, bro. He's Polish, bro. He's a Pole. How many Polacks does it take to change a light bulb? Ho! No, man, he's right around. Again, all these motherfuckers are, you know what I mean? Like they're like white, bro. They're not Semites, dude. Like it's a joke. They're from Poland. Let me explain something. Netanyahu is provably Polish, not Semitic. He is not a Semite. He will never be a Semite. He will never have dark skin. Okay, that dude is whiter than the driven snow.
Ability. For years, impunity relied on discretion and ambiguity and the ability to keep contradictions compartmentalized. That no longer holds. Flight tracking data exists. Journeys are logged. Routes are compared. When Netanyahu flies one way to New York and another to Florida, avoiding France on one trip and not on another, what's exposed isn't clever diplomacy, it's instability. It's a system constantly recalibrating because it can't settle on a coherent position without confronting its own.
Constantly having to do threat assessment. What's the threat assessment? What's the threat assessment on taking this route over here?
Hypocrisy. And this is where the ICC's past comes back into the frame. When the former president of Sudan, Omar al-Bashir, travelled under ICC warrant, the court pursued findings of non-cooperation against states that failed to arrest him. Jordan was named. South Africa was dragged through years of legal and political fallout. The standard applied was strict and the expectation was clear. Cooperation meant inconvenience. The court didn't hesitate because those states were in the global south, though, and therefore apparently politically expendable. Now compare that to what's happening here. No findings of non-cooperation, no referrals, no formal warnings, not even a declaratory statement clarifying that facilitating transit undermines arrest obligations. The law hasn't changed. The statutes are exactly the same now. What's changed is who would be embarrassed if the court enforced them. Two-tier international law means there's no such thing as international law. And yet this is why Netanyahu's ICC problem has grown rather than shrunk. His continued movement isn't dissolving that warrant. It's binding his name to the court's credibility crisis. Every flight adds another data point showing who the law bends for and who it doesn't. Every quiet accommodation confirms what global South states have been saying for years now, that this system applies pressure downward and makes allowances upward. It's not an abstract vision, is it? It lands on credibility, it lands on institutions, and it compounds every time they do it again. And it doesn't stop at the court. It spreads outwards into the rest of the UN system, where the inversion becomes impossible to ignore. Francesca Albanese, that UN Special Rapporteur on the occupied Palestinian territory, has documented violations, named the pattern, spoken plainly about crimes, written several reports on these things now. For that, she isn't arrested or charged. It is her job, after all, but she's still punished nonetheless. She's financially isolated, banking access removed, pressure applied without process or accountability, because how dare she point the law at one of the West's own?
How dare anybody point out that somebody's causing harm and it's crazy. It's how these fucking cowards here.
So look at the
the problem here is we live in a world full of cowards that allows a pedophile to tell them what to do and roll over them and rape their kid in front of them. We live in a world where all these fucking cowards allow pedophiles to rape their kids right in front of them and steal their money and make them thank you for it. You stupid fucking cowards.
Contrast. A man accused of directing mass civilian harm travels internationally under diplomatic protection, it would seem, and a UN special rapporteur exposing those crimes struggles to access basic financial services.
It's fucking mental, okay? That proves to you your society, your culture, your system is rigged. Your system's rigged. You live in a fucking digital prison already, and you ain't even seen nothing yet. You're so dumb. It's insane. It's like watching a fly flying around a fly trap, and I'm like telling you, and you're just so dumb, and you're so dumb. I'm telling you, don't land there, you dumb fucking idiot. And you just land there. You're so dumb. You people are so dumb. We try to help you, and you don't fucking get it.
That isn't failure, that's design. Formal law stalls when it reaches power. Informal coercion accelerates when it targets the critics. Accountability hasn't disappeared. It's just been rerouted away from the courts and into private systems that don't end up leaving much of a paper trail. And this is what makes the current moment structurally different from past episodes of impunity. Netanyahu isn't being shielded quietly anymore. He's being shielded very visibly. Visibility changes everything because it forces institutions to either own their choices or pretend they don't exist, because we can all see what is going on. The ICC can no longer plausibly claim neutrality while its core states facilitate the evasion of its own warrants. European governments can no longer posture as defenders of a rules-based order while acting as air traffic controllers for its circumvention. None of that requires arrest to even matter. Treating enforcement as binary is wrong. What's happening is slower and more destabilizing. The warrant has become a permanent irritant embedded in the system. It surfaces every time Netanyahu travels. It resurfaces every time a state waves him through without stopping him. It resurfaces every time the court stays silent. Each resurfacing narrows the space for denial. Netanyahu's freedom of movement now depends on a shrinking circle of tolerance. It depends on governments calculating that embarrassment is still manageable. The contradictions stick when they get documented. They harden when they repeat. And they become correct.
How does that look for the United States government? The United States government completely disregards international law and a criminal arrest warrant for President Netanyahu. They completely disregard international law, and they invite him over to yell at you. Yeah, they invite Netanyahu, a war criminal, pedophile, genocidal maniac that wants to wipe out an entire people called the Palestinians, wants to just wipe them out, would kill every one of them if he could push a button right now. And he was allowed to come over here, not arrested, not only not arrested, international law completely disregarded by the United States government, the pedophile United States government, but he's going to be over here and yell at all the social media people and tell them how dare you, and the preachers and everybody, and how dare them fucking not bow down to Israel.
Corrosive when they get compared, as they now are, with the treatment of those who enforce the law rather than evade it. The temptation for governments involved is to treat this as manageable optics, but that underestimates what's been triggered. Once a legal instrument like an ICC arrest warrant is issued, and once it is then visibly undermined by the very states that claim to uphold it, the issue stops being about compliance and
It's a fucking joke. These fucking pedophiles are a fucking joke. The international law says that all these politicians around the world, every one of them, they're a fucking joke. Because think about it. Only a pedophile psychopath would ever want to be in government in the first place. It's a mental illness. You have to be a fucking alien or something to want to control the world and other people and tell anybody what to do and make laws for them. You got to be a fucking alien to think that you are allowed to make laws for a full-grown adult standing next to you or not next to you. You have a mental illness. You must be an alien or something, you retards. Something is wrong with you.
It becomes about credibility. And credibility erodes asymmetrically. For the ICC, the danger
None of you fuckers have any credibility for having a brain.
is not that Netanyahu remains free. The danger is that the court's enforcement logic is now legible. Observers don't need leaked cables to see how this works. They can watch the planes move. They can compare the routes. That's enough to infer how power interacts with law inside the system. When enforcement becomes predictable along geopolitical lines, all legitimacy just drains away. And this has consequences beyond Israel or Palestine. States currently cooperating with the ICC can see that the burden of cooperation is not being shared equally. They can see that embarrassment is tolerated when it falls on them, but avoided when it would land on European governments or their allies. That knowledge changes behavior. It weakens incentives to comply, and it does so in ways the court cannot easily reverse once trust has been lost. This is the cost of doing nothing. Silence is not neutral. Silence creates precedent. When overflight permissions are granted repeatedly without consequence, that practice hardens into expectation. Future suspects learn the lesson. Future states internalize the message. And the next time the court attempts to enforce a warrant against a less protected individual, it'll do so from a weakened position. But what makes this worse is that alternatives existed and have been deliberately not used. Overflight permission is discretionary. Legal clarification could have been sought. Parliaments could have scrutinized executive decisions. None of that required confrontation or arrest. It required friction, rubbing somebody up the wrong way. And friction was avoided because they didn't want that. That avoidance wasn't caution, it was strategic, though. Creating friction would have meant absorbing some diplomatic pressure, particularly from the United States, and too many European leaders, it seems, lack spines. It would have meant acknowledging that international law sometimes inconveniences their allies. European governments chose immediate comfort over structural integrity. The ICC mirrored that choice too. By declining to name the conduct as potentially non-cooperative, it signaled that embarrassment of core funders and supporters was a line it wouldn't cross. That might preserve internal stability for now, but it externalizes damage onto the court's legitimacy. And this is where Netanyahu's continued travel becomes a trap rather than a victory, though, because each journey forces another round of accommodation, doesn't it? Each accommodation forces another round of leaders having to justify that. Each justification becomes harder to sustain as the pattern grows. So he's no longer slipping through the gaps here. He's moving along corridors that have been deliberately cleared, and that clearance is now well documented. The contrast with Francesca Albanese sharpens this even further, because while courts hesitate and governments demur, financial systems move quickly against those who challenge that power. Banks don't require warrants, they respond to pressure and political signals. That's how accountability is being redistributed in practice. Upward impunity paired with downward constraint. Netanyahu's ICC problem, then, is no longer confined to the possibility of arrest. His name is now attached to a demonstrable failure of the international justice system to apply its rules consistently. Every time he travels, that failure is rehearsed again. We can refer to the ICC as doing a Netanyahu going forward, couldn't we? Every time a state facilitates him, it reinforces the perception that law is conditional. There's no clean exit from this. The moment for quiet resolution passed when the warrant was issued and then quietly undermined. What remains is an open-ended process of reputational damage, institutional weakening, and exposed contradiction. The flights have already happened. The routes have already been logged. They've been shared on social media. They've been pointed out. Even if tomorrow brought a sudden shift, that record would still remain. Netanyahu is still flying, that much is true. But what he's flying through now is a growing archive of evidence showing how international law bends when it reaches certain borders and hardens when it reaches others. And that archive doesn't need commentary because it speaks for itself. This is not a moment of resolution, it's a moment of accumulation. The problem hasn't been solved or neutralized. It's expanded outwards. It's attaching itself to more institutions and states and principles that once insulated Netanyahu from consequence. The protection mechanisms are still functioning, but they're functioning loudly. And that noise is the damage. The arrest warrant hasn't disappeared. Netanyahu's tried to...
All right, we get it. Good gosh, sorry. Oh, man. We lost the battery charge for the light, man. Shit. Yeah, BB was raised in New York City too. It's pathetic, bro. The whole this place is all a joke. It's a joke. It's so insane. It's so fucking insane when you do the research. It makes you hate them all more. It makes you just want to chop all their heads off more and more. Like the more I find out about these cocksuckers, the more I want to kill them, dude. Everybody in government, I just want to kill them, bro. The nerve, dude, the gall of these retards in government, bro. I just want to kill everyone in government. I want to chop your fucking head off slowly with a butter knife. Like, I hate you fucking people. Like, you're mentally ill, dude. You're aliens. Something's wrong with everybody in government. They're an alien. They're mentally ill. Why would you ever join a group of pedophiles to tell the world what to do? Something is wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. You're an alien. You're mentally ill. Oh, I hate this piece of shit heater, dude. It barely fucking heats and it fucking makes all this fucking noise, dude. This fucking, my good one just stopped. It just stops working, dude, for no fucking reason. I don't know. It's like, of course, it's like right now, it's like when I've never been more broke in my life. Okay. Broke as never, bro. And of course, my heater goes out. Of course, everything around me breaks, dude. Everything. And I've never been broker. And I can never fix anything now. It's insane. I can never replace the fucking thing, man. I just have to live like an animal. It's insane. Thanks to these pedophiles stealing all my money and giving it to pedophile Israel and Argentina and Ukraine, which is Israel. Folks, when you hear about giving money to Ukraine, it's giving it to Israel. It's Israel again, you idiots. It's another laundering. It's another like giving it to Israel. Ukraine is Israel 2.0. Yeah, I just explained this to you. I just proved it. Okay? Ukraine is Israel 2.0, trying to get a foothold in there again. It's like they did in Palestine, and now they're doing it in Somalia. They got to get a foothold in everywhere, and they attack everything 360 degrees around them. Everywhere they go, these fucking goddamn cocksucking Israelis. Okay? These Polacks. Like Netanyahu. He's a fucking dumb Polak, dude. Netanyahu is a dumb Polak. He's white as a driven snow. That dude is not a Semite. He's a dumb Polak, and he stole a Semite's land and calls you anti-Semitic when he's the anti-Semite. You can't make this shit up, folks. You just can't make it up. Every accusation is a confession. He's calling you an anti-Semite when I told you that every accusation is a confession. He is the anti-Semite. Why? Because he's murdering the Semites. He's taking their Semites' land. He's murdering the Semites' children. I would call that anti-Semitic. So I would call the state of Israel the most anti-Semitic state in existence of all time. Israel is inherently anti-Semitic. Israel's the biggest anti-Semites of all motherfucking time. Now put that in your pipe and smoke it. Oh, I'm gonna lose it on this thing. Stop making that fucking noise. Oh, I can't. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking go crazy here. This thing's driving me up the wall. Man, I hope, man, I wonder if you guys can hear that annoying. That's so fucking annoying.
Here's a photo of Epstein with a young, that's a child on his lap. Hillary Clinton looking like she just sacrificed a child to Moloch, literally. I started
Fucking hey, look at that crazy bitch.
kind of dissociating. Here's a photo of Epstein with a young, that's a child on his lap. Hillary Clinton looking like she just sacrificed a child to Moloch.
Look at this fucking crazy bitch. Who the fuck is this bitch? Like, what am I? It's like you're dressed like a fucking emperor on Star Wars or some shit. Where's the turn, Luke? Turn to the dark side, you hoser.
Literally. I started kind of dissociating even seeing this. Baby massage training manual. I can only describe this as a torture room. They're Satanists. It's right in front of you. Here's a photo of what appears
True, they are Satanists, folks.
to be a male victim. And this is very important because
they never seem to talk about all their pedophile male pedophile victims, as poor kids. What's going on with that?
whenever talked about the male victims of this operation, a picture that was retroactively deleted from the files showing pictures of Trump.
These fuckers are gay as fuck. Like, they're more fucking queer than a fucking $3 bill.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Guess what our government gave us this year as a gift?
Not ours. I never voted for it. I'm against it. It's not ours. See, it's that mentality that makes you fucking mentally ill and retarded. And that's the problem with the world. You're saying you want government. It's ours. So that makes you mentally ill right off the bat. I can't even watch the video now. I'm so pissed. They're so dumb, dude. These people just piss me off. I hate these people, man. They automatically paintbrush you into obeying a group of pedophiles. When they say our government, they're just broad brushing you. They're just broad brushing you into a huge category and forcing you into it. Don't you see that? When they say our government, they're broad brushing you and forcing you into this pedophile system of slavery. So fuck you, your fellow man, in some cases, when they're trying to enslave you, whether they know it or not. I don't give a fuck. It don't matter to me whether you know it or not. You're a fucking enemy. Die, motherfuckers. I'm not talking about her, but I'm talking about these pedophiles. But damn, dude. Oh, man, that's rough. Oh, yeah, of course, dude. Again, Epstein was a Mossad spy as well. So, of course, every watch, he would make his victims wear a watch so he could hear them and track them. But mainly so he could track them if they escaped, you dumb fucks. Like, how dumb? Like, people are dumb, bro. Like, check this out. Let's see here.
Something about this watch drawer is absolutely driving me crazy. And this could be a little out there. Consider this a theory, okay? So this is one of the photos that was in the documents released by the DOJ. In this photo, you can see that this is a bedroom. This is a bedside table. And in the bedside table, there are a bunch of watches. And I'm not a big watch person, so maybe this is a normal way to store your watches. But to me, this looks like, I don't know, like an electronic junk drawer. As you can see, there's like an Apple Watch. There's some normal watches. And in that same area, we're also finding different audio recorders. Here's another example. In that same area, we have another audio recorder. And while this could be completely normal and nothing at all, I personally think it's very interesting how many of Jeffrey's girls, specifically girls within the core 4 plus Karina Shuliak, but even some of the victims who are censored, we can see they have big chunky watches on their arms. Example 1, example 2.
Watch. She's showing you an example. Look at the size of this fucking thing. Are you kidding me? That's a man's watch. What are you doing?
Example 3, example 4. In this photo, Jeffrey's literally putting a watch on
a
victim or a member.
Literally putting the watch on her.
Of the core 4. Here's another example.
Here. Let me make sure that motherfucker's tracks you. I mean, stays on your wrist, tracks you. I mean, listens to you, spies on you. I mean, tracks you. I mean, stays on your wrist.
Another example. Here's another example.
Stop it, Bill. Stop it. I mean, I don't blame you. Hillary is hard to look at.
Example, and here's another example. And like this watch on Karina Shuliak's arm, and Karina Shuliak was the last ex-girlfriend of Jeffrey, looks really similar to the watch that's in the middle here. And again, it could be nothing. This could be a normal thing. Maybe these are all watch people. I have no idea. But I personally would not.
They're all watch people. I love it. Maybe they're all watch people. That's great. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Put it past Jeffrey to always have the girls, his trusted, loyal girls, wired with some kind of an inconspicuous audio recording device so that Jeffrey is able to hear what his friends are saying to these girls behind closed doors, or collect audio recordings.
But clearly, mainly to track you in case you try to escape. That's clearly the main reason here. I mean, hello.
As a tool of blackmail. Or perhaps these were some kind of like a GPS device so that Jeffrey could keep track of where the girls were. And I could be totally off base, but I personally wouldn't put it past the
They literally want to implant chips in people, man. Are you hello? So they can track you like a fucking animal. It's insane.
And who was going back.
These fucking Israelis are insane. Not the Jews. Not the Jews. Nothing to do with them. These Israelis are insane. These aliens.
And forth with Sultan Ahmad bin Sulayem about manufacturing a product that put a GPS tracker into the shoes of children, and the guy who always had his planes and properties wired with audio and video recording. I simply would not put it past him to put an audio recording device in something inconspicuous like a watch. It's too easy. Maybe that's why the FBI collected such a high volume of audio recording devices. I don't know. Again, could be totally wrong. These just might be watch people. I don't know. It's just a pattern that I'm picking up on, and I just had to share.
Really into watches. They just love this huge, enormous man's watch. You know how feminine women are.
With you guys because it's nagging at me. But anyways, I think we're getting another drop of photos from the DOJ this afternoon, so I will keep you guys posted and let you know when those come out, and we will just continue to dissect these as quickly and as thoroughly as possible.
Yeah, it's cray. Hey, y'all, these motherfuckers are cray. Who's watching the people? Who's watching the watchers? Or who? Wait, what? I'm just kidding. Folks, you need to really pull the cocks out of your folks. Pull the cocks out of your assholes, you cowards, and rise up to and fight for our freedom, dude. Fight for your freedom, dude. I'm fighting. I mean, I need to fight physically. I'll do it. I'll fight for the freedom, dude. You need to too. Stop being cowards here. It's time to fight. I don't want to live in a world where we're not free. I'd rather die. That's where I'm at. I'd rather die than live in a world that's enslaved. So let's fight. I'm ready. I'm willing to die for freedom because I don't want to live in a world that's enslaved. You understand? Let's fight for the freedom. Let's be free. Let's fight for our freedom, not for pedophile politician corporations. Like all the wars, they're all for the banksters. That every war was for Israel and a bankster. So I'm not talking about that. None of that shit was real. That's all fake and made up and generated. I'm not saying people didn't die, but it didn't have to. It wasn't organic, is what I mean. It wasn't organic, man. That's easy. You should be able to understand what that means. It wasn't organic. You should be able to understand that, what that means, people. You should be able to understand these concepts. Like most everything you see in the world, it's not organic. It's a prison, a system rigged in their favor, not yours. You have 50% of the United States can't pay rent. 75% of the people in the United States are living paycheck to paycheck. Like, that's a failed system. And they're giving another billions of dollars in planes to Israel in your face. $40 billion to Argentina. Like, what the fuck? Oh man, I mean, I almost want to rather freeze than hear this thing. Okay, Trump wins. Trump wins Employee of the Month. Pedophile Trump wins Employee of the Month. Rathboners Ensemble. I love how he targets these fucking pedophile Zionists. These pedophile Zionist Israelis. Pedophile Israel. Oh, Ian Carroll went live. Oh, good for you, buddy. He only has 8,100 watching, and he's basically retarded compared to me. I only got like fucking one person. Doesn't that just tell you about the world we live in right there? I mean, give me a fucking break. Maybe if I had a mustache, I could have people watch me too.
So yeah, look at that. Isn't that nice?
If I was a fucking agent like Candace, maybe, and Tucker, maybe all these people that just are on the news 1 minute for CNN and the next minute they're on YouTube. Like, next thing, it's so pathetic, dude. It's real bad.
Nice. Goyim of the Year. That says it all. So yeah, look at that. Isn't that nice? Goyim of the Year. That says it all right there.
Check out Goyim of the Year. Look at the fucking guy.
Top Goy. And here I was thinking I was the top G. But no. Taco Trump. He wins the prize.
You've been a great friend, and I've been a great friend to you and to Israel. And it's been my honor. And the award.
Oh, your fucking cock out of your mouth. Stop! Get off the man's cock.
To Donald J. Trump. That was behind. Here's the prize.
A great honor. Expression of thanks.
Truly a great honor.
Appreciation. Thank you, baby, very much. That really is.
Dude, pull your cock out of his mouth and you get his cock out of your mouth.
It's a great honor.
Look, I'm going to show you right now what you see. Look at the twins. Look at the fucking faggot fairies wore the same fucking ties. These BFF butt fucking faggots is what that means. BFF butt fucking faggots is what they're BFFs. Butt fucking faggots. And so what you see here is on the left here, we have the United States President Netanyahu. To the right here, you see Vice President of the United States, pedophile Trump.
Really, truly a great honor. I wonder what he gets.
You've been
Here's the prize. I can't show you that. We can't show you the ritual ceremony that
They told me I could be anything I wanted, so I became Israel's bitch. Then again, he's calling reporters piggy, quiet piggy. Again, this is how he talked to his victims on Epstein Island. He would call them down. He would go down to the basement and say, "You're not allowed to come up stairs." Him and Epstein would go, "You're not piggy until you liked it when I raped you. You're a pig, piggy, quiet piggy." This is how he talks, dude. You can see how he talked to his victims. This is how he talked to his victims back in the day. Quiet piggy.
that was behind closed doors where they gave the prize to Donald J. Trump, the top goy of the year, baby. All right, look at this. This is
Poland, and he was raised in the New York City.
Absolutely terrifying. It's Erica Kirk's face on
Yale or some pedophile university where it's completely fucking rigged.
Donald Trump. That is.
Teach you that you came from an ape and shit and you're flying around in space. They're so mentally ill. They tell you the sun's 94 million miles away. How'd you get that? Did you measure it? No. Every 10 years, we increase the distance because we were trying to come up with some mathematic equations to trick the smart kids that want to do math and shit.
It's just horrifying.
We'll make up some fake shit, call it quantum mechanics and astrophysics and we'll make up all this astrophysics shit, and we'll just bedazzle them with that shit and keep them busy like retards, as per usual.
Gonna haunt me in my nightmares. Let's see. I reposted so much stuff. I feel like we just go through it one by one. This is not related. Israel banned a high-protein peanut butter used to help starving children because it's a luxury. They call that a luxury. They banned peanut butter, folks.
Kids dying of starvation, effectively their bodies consuming their own organs. What we give them to try and avoid that is this kind of high-protein peanut butter paste.
I know what it is.
And we've been told we can't bring peanut butter in because it's a luxury, because Hamas might try to steal the peanut butter. So we are on the border every day arguing it. Seriously, we are fighting to get our convoys through. We're getting a little bit more in now. But
the Israelis are so pure. They're so principled. They will not let the Palestinians have their peanut butter because it's just going to go to waste. It's going to fund that economy.
Still a drop.
So you live in a world where there's a prison, right? They've imprisoned and enslaved. They not only invaded Palestine and murdered people and took their land, but they've destroyed the whole fucking country and obliterated it and enslaved into a prison the rest of the population, and only allows things in there, and it will not allow peanut butter in there for the children to eat. You're not allowed to have peanut butter because pedophile Israel said so. How are the Palestinians a free people? They're sovereign human beings like you. Who is anybody to tell them they can't have peanut butter? What is going on here? How is any of the actions in Israel or the United States government or any governments in the world, how is any of the government's behaviors around the world based in love in any way? Have you ever seen any governments in the world behave because of love?
Drop in the ocean. And what we're seeing in Gaza City is utterly horrendous. And again, people who've been displaced time and time again, the lucky people are the ones living under tents. The lucky people are the people who can escape, but we're there. We will stay and deliver.
Displaced means we will murder you if you don't get out of here. You have no bullets and guns, and we do. That's what displaced means. Understand what it means to be displaced. We will shoot you and murder you if you don't leave right now. At least they didn't. I mean, most of them, they murder most of them, though.
We've got our colleagues remaining in Gaza City to save us.
Population, dude, they've been completely cold. There are no Palestinians in the world left. They're all gone. Literally, the pedophile state of Israel, which is not a state, it's a terrorist group that invaded Palestine. They've literally wiped out an entire group of people. They've genocided all the Palestinians. Now they want to take the few that are left and take them and bring them to Somalia now. Prove me wrong.
As many lives as we
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Go fuck yourself.
can, and to bear witness and testimony to what we see.
I'm literally trying to process the peanut. It's called the plumpy thing, right? I've seen it given in desperate situations all over the world. And you're telling me that is being forbidden. It's on a list of banned substances into Gaza?
Yeah, and what we have to deal with each day are these bureaucratic restrictions. Yes. We deal with it.
How dumb the people are and naive, like fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene. They're all dumb, naive retards. You mean to tell me they can't bring peanut butter in? Yeah, dude, you are part of something that murders children, and you have no idea that your government, all the intelligence agencies, murder and run sex trafficking rings and murder children. Your government, the intelligence agencies, run sex trafficking. They run it all, and they murder children all the time. That's your government, you dumb, naive fucking cunts. Basically mentally ill, retarded? How are you this dumb?
The rules changing all the time. We get convoys across the border, we unload, we then have to load them up again onto different lorries. We then don't get the permission to move. We get sent down the road where the
Permission. Hey, thank you for the $30 donation. I'm broke again. Need more propane gas. Again, that goes right out the way. Doesn't even go to me because I owe different neighbors money for gas so I don't starve. So I don't freeze. And now I'm about to run out of gas again here. and I still owe them money, man. So I'm fucked, man. I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm going to do financially, folks. I'm kind of fucked here. I'm out in the middle of the woods, and there's really no way to make money other than to get donations or do tricks. You want me to do a trick? What do I got to fucking do here? Like, circus tricks? I can do card tricks. Jokes? I mean, what do I got to do? Yeah, they're all fucked. Yeah, they're fucked. Oh man, that's rough. I hear you, Chris. Bub Scout. I mean, yeah, dude, they're all. It's all fucked up, bro. It's all fucked up. It's all fucked up, y'all. You know that. So let's give a shout out to Super Brian here at the what is it? The Disturbing Illusion. He also does Here's the Deal. I love the channel, but it's hard to watch. It's for me because I hate. I don't know what it is with me. I can't watch injustice without wanting to stab somebody's eyeballs out. I mean, I can't. I'm a Libra. It's all about justice. I can't let things not be just. I need to live in a just world, man. You know, if you kill someone, you have to die for that. You can't be here. Okay? Justice. And, you know, I mean, dude, these fucking pedophiles, if you cause harm, you can't be here, man. That's my thing, man.
Is anybody else getting to a point where we feel like we cannot vote our way out of this? Where does that leave us? Because nothing is going to happen.
Folks, you will never vote your way out of slavery, okay? Where does that leave us? I've never heard that before. I've never heard that before. I've never heard that before, not one time. Maybe the world's changing. I don't know. I can't believe what I'm hearing, though.
Happen about the fraud. Out of this, is anybody else getting to a point where we feel, is anybody else getting to a point where we feel like we cannot vote our way out of this? Where does that leave us? Because nothing is going to happen about the fraud. Nothing. They weren't nice to us.
I've never seen anybody in government ever get held accountable. I mean, back in the day, the worst I seen was Clinton getting chastised for letting a secretary suck him off. Like, that's not even a crime. Like, oh, he lied about this. Shut up. Shut up. It's the government is a joke, man. Government is a fucking joke.
Us. To this day, they're still not nice to us. They killed Charlie Kirk.
I'm done making corrupt.
Kill Charlie Kirk. Who? Who? They're telling you it was a dude that's a Republican.
Politicians and
a furry, whatever the fuck that means.
Foreign leaders rich. It ends here. It ends now.
It's a waste of time to vote, and it's a waste of energy to pay taxes so that we can give it to people that are going to steal from us, and then we can send it to other countries that hate us.
Hey, yeah, they steal your money and send it to countries that hate you. Israel hates you, by the way. They want to rule over you. They don't want you to even have free speech.
Welcome back to the Disturbing Illusion channel with the revelation.
Shout out to Piriah here.
Of all of the fraud going on in Minnesota with the Somalis, not to mention all the other fraud that's going on in state, local, and federal governments all across the nation. And it's always been going on. This state federal and local fraud isn't something that's new. This is what happens when you have governments. Government is.
Think about it. Government is the fraud inherently. Like, I don't know why I have to say this. It's bizarre. A group of people running around voting for themselves, claiming authority over you, and to steal. It's okay to steal your money and genocide children and murder people with no due process, or just running around ruling over. It's bizarre.
Is fraud. Government is a lie. Government or the state is that great fiction by which everyone seeks to live at the expense of everyone else. So,
a group of strangers just claiming authority over you. We get to steal your money and rape your kid in front of you, and you better thank us for it too. And if you're not happy about it enough, oh, wait till you see what we're gonna do to you.
according to Bastiat, and that was back in the 1800s. Everybody knows what government is. Everybody knows what government officials do, but we want to live in this great fiction is fraud. Government is a lie. Government or the state is that great fiction by which everyone seeks to live at the expense of everyone else, according to Bastiat. And that was back in the.
And again, everybody in government is inherently a parasite of society. They steal money from you to pay themselves. Hey, we got to get paid. We're government. We got to get tax you to get paid. They steal your money to pay themselves. That's called a parasite. These are the parasites of society. Government, anybody who would work for government is inherently a parasite to their fellow man. Anybody that works for government is a parasite. You are a parasite. You are a fucking parasite. And a politician, if you break down the etymology of the word politician, poly means many, and titian means parasite, many parasites.
1800s. Everybody knows what
tick is a parasite. I'm sorry, politics. Excuse me. And there's many ticks, politics. When you break down the etymology of politics, it means many ticks, which are parasites. Sorry, see, I fucked up the first time. Recovered.
Government is. Everybody knows what government officials do, but we want to live in this pie in the sky fiction, this fake story that there's representatives that go to a land called Washington, D.C., and they go to bat for us, and they try to secure our freedoms. They protect.
I mean, come on! How are you this gullible and naive, people?
Our freedoms. They protect the money supply. They do the exact opposite.
How are you this dumb?
They protect themselves to the detriment of us. They create systems where there are policies that put into place things and organizations and people.
Politics, which means many parasites, many ticks. Poly, many.
Like the Zio International Banking Cartel and the domestic terror cell known as the IRS. Think about it. The government has its own tactical.
All intelligence agencies are domestic terrorist groups. They are not here. They are not your friends. They are run by the pedophiles that shouldn't be. The families that have been, the banksters that have established this place for hundreds of years. Not some moron that just got born.
Domestic terror system and organization called the Internal Revenue Service, where with the barrel of a.
These bankster families have been here for hundreds of years. They started the intelligence services to run everything in the first place. That's why they exist, so they can control you. It's not organic. The idea of any intelligence agency ever was never organic, and it couldn't be unless you're an alien.
Government gun. They force you out of the product of your time and laboring energies. And I'm going to play a couple of clips from people who act like they're serious about, a tax revolt, but we've heard this kind of thing before. We don't need a tax revolt. We need people to stop believing in the church called government, the God.
Stop believing that a group of pedophiles, strangers, a gang essentially of psychopath pedophiles, stop believing that they have the right to tell you what to do because they got together in some pedophile robes.
Called government. Remember,
they voted amongst themselves to make the law to tell you what to do. Here, did you get to vote on that? How is it a democracy? You voted for a dude to tell you what to do. How is that a democracy? What name one thing you voted on that matters? What issue? Was it the homeless? What issue? Show me what issue that you got to vote on. Was it the homeless? Was it about the war? Was it to invade Palestine? Did you get to vote on if they should be able to bomb a fishing vessel off the coast of Venezuela? Did you get to vote for that? Then how do you think you're in a democracy? Even though a democracy is 3 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. It's not freedom for the sheep, even though they're so dumb they think democracy is freedom. But that's not even a democracy in that case, you stupid fucking retards. I hope you hate me, because I fucking hate you. Why? Because you're fucking dumb. I gotta live in a world of diarrhea shit everywhere I look because of you. Fuck you, slave. Fuck you, cowards.
Before I play these clips, the government
I fucking hate you.
Government is the idea that some people have the right to rule others. A few people have the right to rule you, and you have the obligation to obey their rulership, or in the eyes of those rulers, you should be rightly punished. You don't give us a percentage of the wealth that you created, we get to steal it from you. And if you try to...
And it's called the domestic terrorist cell is an intelligence agency called the IRS. The CIA, Mossad, MI5, they're all over. They're not organic, you dumb fucking retards. Just pretend, use your imagination and pretend an alien created intelligence agencies, and then look at it from a different perspective. And maybe you'll use your brain for once.
Keep it for yourself. We get to point a gun at you and threaten you and cuff you and kidnap you and throw you into a cage. And we're going to use you as an example to all the other tax cattle. That's the thing. People even call themselves taxpayers. They've so thoroughly...
Instead of human beings, they label themselves as slaves. Hi, I'm a slave. I'm a slave. Hi, criminal bankster. I'll pay you. The extortion. No problem. I'll pay you. We're dealing with a mentally ill society here.
Fully deceived Americans that Americans refer to themselves as taxpayers. You might as well just call yourselves tax cattle. People who love being stolen from, love being threatened, love being challenged by the people who are supposed to be protecting and serving us when they do the exact opposite. So listen to some of these people right here.
Has anybody else started to reach their breaking point or a boiling point? So this is starting to look like a country that I am no longer proud to have served.
Starting to look like? I mean, where
the fuck have you been, you fucking moron? Under a rock?
You been, dude? Let's just go back to the 1960s. They conned us into getting into the Vietnam War, full force.
Israel did that. Every war was Israel. Okay, you use your head.
Or just digging down through a lie called the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, which was based on a lie that North Vietnamese torpedo boats were shooting at the USS Maddox. Therefore, because it was the Vietnamese, we got to go.
SS Liberty, wasn't it?
Go in there and protect democracy. It was
again. They attacked your freedom and liberty, but not metaphorically. Like they attacked a ship named the Liberty, physically. Like the ship was named the Liberty, and you can't make the shit up. Okay, I'm sorry. You can't.
All based on a lie.
I'm sorry.
How many lies have they told us with the Lusitania? How many lies did they tell us to get us into the Middle East wars with
Lusitania, where they killed a bunch of banksters that wanted to go against the Federal Reserve. They sank it and called it the Titanic, and then got the insurance from it. Another fraud they did, kind of like the pump and dump, Trump pump and dump scheme with the
with 9/11 and
the meme coins.
Weapons of mass destruction. How many lies have they told us? You can even get declassified documents like Operation Northwoods, and you can see that the
Your own government was going to murder people to invade. Look at this. They got caught, literally. JFK.
Government, the Joint Chiefs of Staff under JFK, were plotting to deceive Americans.
Not JFK. The staff under him, and he didn't. He thought they were nuts, I think.
To a conflict with Cuba. And I haven't even scratched the surface of the lies that America tells us, or the American representatives tell us. Haven't even scratched the surface. So where has this guy been? This is no longer the American.
You might as well as call the politicians in the government the Israeli representatives. They represent the Israeli people. Okay? All of your United States politicians, they are Israeli. They're Israeli representatives. They're all clearly representatives of Israel. Every politician in the United States government they're clearly representatives of Israel. Clearly. They're all representatives of Israel.
America that I recognize.
Hard to talk with no teeth.
They've always been lying to you. They lied to us back in 1913 so they could bring online the federal banking cartel, the Federal Reserve.
That's right, Federal Reserve.
So that they could dilute our money supply, so they could start creating counterfeit banknotes for all of us to use, all of us peons, all of us tax cattle to use as money when it's not really money.
Because they know they can use the inflation of the money supply to devalue the product of your time and labor.
It's not even a store of.
You know that they can do it deceptively. Again, psychopaths are inherently deceptive. They love deceit because they're possessed by things in the ether that love to deceive. Most people in the world are possessed by something in the ether controlling them, their thoughts and everything.
Wealth.
Working my entire.
You'll never see these things, but you can know them by the actions, by their behavior, by their intentions, by what they want in the world. This is how you can judge these motherfucking things. You judge them by their fruits.
Entire adult life. And I have paid half or more than half back to the government in some way, shape, or form in taxes.
By the way, just real quick, I'm gonna try not to cut in a lot, but nobody pays taxes. Are you gonna voluntarily pay taxes to an organization?
Nobody voluntarily pays taxes, folks. You have to be realistic. You really do, unless you're really tricked and dumb. And they're out, and yeah, they really are grown. They're born into the system, and they believe it's organic and legitimate. And that's the problem with all these young retard YouTubers that are in the Democrats, especially, that you see. But it's the Republican side too, with the ON retards, sure, all these assholes. They're all pushing government because they're too dumb. They think that government is an organic thing. They think it's our government. They call it our government. They don't understand. They don't have a fucking single say in anything. They don't got you don't got any say. Our government. They're so dumb. They're so fucking dumb here. They think it's organic. When the older people are like, yo, it's not organic. We've been enslaved. Shut up, conspiracy theorists, is what they say. They just call you a name like a 2-year-old. They just like a 2-year-old child. They just call you a name with no evidence. When you show them, here's the evidence. I've been here a lot longer than you. I'm telling you. Shut up, conspiracy theorists.
You know is corrupt and
I'm trying to help you. You're about to run off a cliff. Shut up, conspiracy theorists. the CIA made up conspiracy theory, that term, in JFK, during JFK, so they could discredit anybody that went against the narrative. So I'm just going to use that term all the time because I love the CIA, and I got their cock and balls up my asshole so far that you can see it coming out of my mouth.
Just like the mafia? No, you're not going to. Nobody pays. You pay your electric bill. You pay your phone bill. You're not paying taxes. They don't extract money from you. They don't force you to pay your phone bill or your electric bill or your water bill. You do that voluntarily. You're not paying your taxes voluntarily. They're taken from you. And if you don't give them up, you're going to jail.
Past 30 years. And if you don't believe me, look up everything that you have that is taxed. State income tax, federal income tax, property taxes, payroll taxes, Medicare taxes, Medicaid taxes, sales tax.
Then they give it to fucking Israel 2.0 in Ukraine, and then Israel 3.0 in Argentina.
Taxes. Everything is taxed. Everything. And we have a political apparatus where half of them say that if you don't keep us in power, we will steal from you so that we can import people that will. So shut up and go back to work. And another side of the aisle that is either in on it or is totally complete chicken shit and won't do anything about it and won't even try.
It's called cowards. Cowards. The word is cowards.
To actually represent the people that vote for them.
No. See, that's where you're flawed. You're letting a group tell you what to do, and they're Israeli. They're representative of Israel.
Is anybody else getting to a point where we feel like we cannot vote our way out of this? Where does that leave us? Because nothing is going to happen about the fraud. Nothing.
I agree. Nothing is going to happen about the fraud because government is fraud, and congressmen and senators and presidents are fraudsters. They're all con men. You know about the Patriot Act, just like I know about the Patriot Act. You know, the Patriot Act was about the most unpatriotic thing that could happen to America, where the Department of Homeland Security came online. The blue shirts of the TSA, the $10 billion a year TSA, Department of Homeland Security, what do they bleed the tax cattle for? $70 billion every year. What about NASA? $69 million a day they steal from us to keep NASA going, and all the lies that come out of NASA.
Which is a total fraud. NASA is a total fraud. You will never land on a holographic projector up there. There's something that you can see through that is not physical, that is translucent. You will never land on it. Why aren't they going back to the moon? How do you go to the moon 6 times from 1968 to 1972 and then claim that you don't have the technology to go back? Astronaut Don Pettit claims it's a hard technology to lose and it's hard to get back. You have to believe that they went there 6 times in the 60s when they were retarded compared to now. And you can't do it, and you can't figure it out now. Why didn't Elon Musk go to the moon or Mars yet? He's been doing this. Are you ready? Since 2000, he was supposed to be in Mars in like 2000. Why isn't he there yet? What's the problem? Why hasn't he done one thing? Why are there no bases on the moon? Why can't I take a vacation to the moon for the weekend? Why can't I go to the moon for the weekend and come back? Why can't I get a view of the Earth looking down, a vacation? Explain it. NASA?
Everybody needs to wake up.
It's the fraud. They're stealing all your money and laundering it to the pedophiles and telling you, oh, yeah, we'll go to the moon. We'll go to the Mars. And pedophiles like Elon Musk can steal all your money. Again, every dollar Musk has made was given to him by government, a subsidy. He never made a single dollar. It's all technocracy from his family. It's all rigged. Everything's rigged.
The fraud that Elon Musk and Doge exposed, the Republican Congress put it on.
Elon Musk is a fraudster. He's one of the biggest wealth.
All right, I got to switch batteries here. What a cocksucking piece of shit. God, that's pathetic, dude. All right, look, I got to change batteries, and then I have to wait for the internet to work again. It takes another couple. I have to wait for the cocksucking thing to turn green. So I'll be right back. Everybody go take a shit or something. I'm kidding. Go take a squirt. All right. Do what you got to do and come. We'll hit it hard. That's what he said. All right. When we come back, we'll, I guess they got me out of here. We'll come back. Can you hear me? Oh boy, shut it. Hello. Come on, you fucking junk. Do your fucking job. Hello. Settings. What's the deal? It's not picking up my shit now. Oh man, add it. Hello. All right, I'm just gonna play it and fix the camera later. Fuck this cocksucking shit. See if I can share it.
Fair recipient. He's one of the recipients of
Musk and Doge exposed. The Republican Congress put it on.
Elon Musk is a fraudster. He's one of the biggest welfare recipients. He's one of the recipients of American socialism, one of the biggest, $45 billion. How many tax cattle dollars were stolen to feed Elon Musk?
On the back burner and refused to vote on it. Turned around to the American voter that put them in power and extended one of these. It doesn't matter what we do. This situation is completely freaking unsustainable. Totally and completely unsustainable. It's a waste of time to vote, and it's a waste of energy to pay taxes so that we can give it to people that are going to steal from us. And then we can send it to other countries that hate us.
Yeah.
And we can send it to people in the European Union that look down their nose at the American worker and say, good little bitch, go back to work.
Come on, you fuck.
It's putting us in a helpless situation. And I don't think the people in Washington living in that bubble realize the anger that is fuming outside of the borders of that city. And I am not interested in watching another theatrical congressional hearing where a couple of ballsy Republicans bitch out a corrupt leftist and then nothing happens. Accountability and a tax strike is what needs to happen.
And then you got mental midgets like this who are just, why is everybody shocked that Trump turned out to be the charlatan we all knew that he was? So this guy comes at us with a Trump 45 hat. This guy is one of these guys who just spent their lives to get Trump into office. And now he's realizing, oh God, this is second verse, same as the first. He might as well be Clinton. He might as well be Obama. He's not doing the things for me that I thought he was going to do. He's not fulfilling the promises that he said he was going to fulfill. What's going on here?
You might want to turn your volume down because I'm about to cuss a lot. What I'm about to say, I know millions of Americans feel this way. But this message goes out to President Trump, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, GOP, the Republican Party. What the is taking so long? You're about to complete your first year and no one has been held accountable of weaponizing the DOJ, the fraud that's been exposed, USAID and all that NGO money, the illegal immigrants who were flown to America on.
How's Pam Bondi, Kash Patel?
The government has never, ever been held accountable. That's the whole point of the intelligence agencies, is to rule behind under the cloak of unaccountability. That's how they rule you, under the cloak of unaccountability and injustice. Like, how are you this dumb, you mental midget, bro?
How's Donald Trump going to?
How could anybody ever imagine somebody rich would be able to give a fuck about you? Like, people that are rich, you know what they had to do to people to get rich? Do you understand the type of people that are rich? You're talking psychopathic pedophiles. The people that are billionaires are psychopathic pedophiles. The mentality it takes to get rich, to do that, you have to be an alien psychopathic pedophile to just want to take and accumulate $1 billion. If you don't stop at 1 million and you don't need any more and you got to keep going, you're an alien pedophile psychopath. Something's wrong with you. Something is really wrong with you.
Expose the weaponization of the DOJ.
Keep taking. Something's wrong with you.
When they're too busy weaponizing the DOJ themselves. Name a president in the history of presidents that have not weaponized the DOJ against the American people.
U.S. tax-paying dollars. The motherfuckers from Afghanistan sent here who...
Did you hear it? He did it. U.S. tax-paying dollars. So to this guy, you're a U.S. citizen. You're a taxpayer. Guess what? You're not a citizen and you're not a taxpayer. You're a human being. If you want to continue to call yourself a citizen of France, a citizen of...
Yeah, folks, use a brain and call yourself a human being. Don't call yourself a tax cattle. Don't call yourself a slave. Use some brains, you mental midgets. This guy's a cockroach has more brains than this fucking retard here. All of them that voted are fucking pedo. Everybody that voted is basically a pedophile, psychopath, retard. Okay, who is mentally ill that believes a group of pedophiles has the right to vote and tell me what to do. These are mentally ill retards that vote. Everybody that voted is basically a pedophile, psychopath, mentally ill retard. We're talking about the whole population almost. Well, only 30% of the population actually votes. So it's actually a smaller group because everybody else doesn't want anything to do with voting.
Of Russia, a citizen of Canada, a citizen.
They get dragged along with it because of the younger generations are so mentally ill and dumb and indoctrinated that they think government is legitimate and organic. A group of pedophiles telling you what to do, making laws for you, arbitrary rules, can never be organic. Like, this proves how dumb the new generation, how dumb they are.
Citizen of the United States. You're saying you're a denizen and you are subject to the jurisdiction thereof. In other words, you are a subject of a particular jurisdiction. You're a subject of the rulers.
Just proving how dumb they are. A slave proud to call himself a slave. It's just like so pathetic. It's like shit on the ground has more honor and respect than you retards that vote.
In that jurisdiction. Are you a subject? Does anybody have a higher claim over your life and property than you? Is it ever right for you or me to initiate unjust force and violence?
Yes, I have the right to tell you what to do. I'm your daddy. I'm your king. I claim the right because you're anti-Semitic.
And peaceful people who haven't done anything wrong. Is it right for you to steal from people, for you to threaten people, for you to coerce people? No, because if you do that, you're a criminal. How is it okay for a government to do that? And how does it make any sense to vote for, to support people who are going to be agents of government that you know are going to do that? What is wrong with these people? Stop being a statist. Stop believing in the church.
Something is wrong with these people, folks, man. Like, we see it clear as day, man. Brian, me, we see it clear as day. Something's wrong with these people that vote. There's something, there's a mental block, if you will, some type of hypnotic spell, magical spell. They do call the news a broadcast after all. They do call it broadcasting. Maybe they did put a spell on you retards that watch the news. Maybe you are hypnotized with the little lights, bells, and whistles and things that they always do again and again before every clip. Maybe you are being indoctrinated.
Church called government and the God called government.
Just killed our National Guard. No one has been held accountable yet. And we're getting sick and tired of waiting for accountability. And I don't want to hear that bullshit. Lou, trust the process. It takes time to build a case. No, that. You're in your first year. We know what you know, and we've been calling this shit out for years now. And no one has been held accountable. Not Obama, not Biden, not Clapper, not Brennan, not Comey, not Pelosi.
Oh, dude, what is it, dude, with these gang members, man? Dude, the RNC, the Republican Party, is a corporation, you dip shit. You're not on a team. You're working for a pedophile.
We've known about this for years. And we're getting sick and tired of waiting. We fought day in and day out the last 10 years with our hands tied behind our fucking back, bringing the truth to these stupid ass Americans who believe the bullshit from the left. We got you in that seat. We got them appointed.
Trump, we got you in the president's seat. You've got the reins of power. You've got the executive branch, the judicial branch. You've got the legislative branch.
You gotta do the right thing. Gaga boo 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 boo. Roll over me, daddy. Roll me harder, daddy. Boo boo gaga boo 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 boo. Like, dude, You really think you're going to be able to argue with you have been taken hostage. Do you really think you're going to be able to argue your way out of being taken hostage and enslaved? Goo boo boo goo gaga boo boo.
That you control it all. And yet not one person has been charged or prosecuted on the Epstein list, and all you're doing is you're spending your resources trying to cover up this blackmail pedo.
Dude, Trump is the sex traffic, the ones they sex traffic to. That's why he's forced to be a president and do their bidding. You think he wants to do this shit?
Pedo list? How come you haven't done away with every single freaking unconstitutional anti-Second Amendment gun law? It's because they don't want to, Luke. It's because you put another parasite in there, Luke. And the next guy who looks even better than Trump, you're going to tell your audience to vote for them too, Luke. What's wrong with you, Luke?
Like, imagine how many times you have to vote to find one person in the world that doesn't lie about what they promised. Imagine what a mentally ill retard you got to be to believe that that's a fair free system. This is childlike, man. What the fuck is going on here, man?
And then we got the GOP elected.
What's a joke? Am I getting punked? Like I'm like the whole world is like punking me or something. You cannot be this childlike. The mentality here. Am I getting punked? Is the whole world punking me right now? Because there is no fucking way.
While we were down and they were trying to lock President Trump up, they kept kicking us while we were down. Why in the is the right or you guys giving these people the kid gloves? Why are y'all being nice to these people? Because they weren't nice to us. To this day, they're still not nice to us. They killed Charlie Kirk, motherfuckers. They tried to take out President.
This guy is.
Nobody tried to take out Trump. That was a photo op, psyop photo op. The flag was right there, ready to be lowered for the picture. I mean, the blood on the ear. That dude, like a makeup artist at Kmart can do a better job than that. Like, you have to stop with the what do you call it? The makeup artist. A makeup artist from Kmart or in the mall could do a better job on a fake blood on an ear than that. Okay? Why do you think it healed so fast? Because there was no shot, no bullet. Where's the scar? Where's the hole? Why is his ear not missing a big chunk of skin? Why is there not? What is happening here? What is wrong with you retards like this?
Freaking clueless. He's all hyped up on emotion. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He has no idea that he is the very status that's causing the problems that he's right now bitching about.
And Trump, what the
dude? It's like there's a gang running around, and the gang dude. What's the name of the dude? The OG. You know, the dude, the gang leader. Okay, it's a gang running around, and imagine the gang leader. You know, going around and telling it.
What are you waiting for?
All right, so one more thing here, because more and more people are talking. He's up on him.
Take out President.
Doesn't know what he's talking about. He has no idea that he is the very status that's causing the problems that he's right now bitching about.
All right, look now. Imagine a gang running around and they're just killing people, and the gang the gang leader is a total murder and fuck. And then you got another dude here saying, yo, it's your fault. You didn't vote for this guy, this gang leader, murderer. It's all your fault. You didn't vote for this gang leader. The whole world is run to shit because you didn't vote for this pedophile rapist. You didn't vote for this gang leader. It's all your fault. It's all your fault because you didn't vote for this rapist, gang leader, child raper of a gang, the leader. It's your fault for not voting for this murdering psychopath. And imagine how mentally ill this guy sounds to me. Do you know how dumb this guy is to me? Like, shit on the ground is smarter than this mentally ill retard. He's yelling at people for not voting for a pedophile. And he's surprised that the pedophile that he voted for is going to do things that aren't pedophilic.
Trump, what the are you waiting for?
All right, so one more thing here because more and more people are talking.
He's yelling at a pedophile to tell him to do things that aren't pedophilic. What do you think he's going to do? He's going to do pedophilic, criminal, psychopathic, murdering things. Dude, that guy has got to be the dumbest fucking retard I've probably ever heard. I am now dumber for having to have listened to words that came out of his mouth right now. I just lost a few IQ points from listening to that retard.
Talking about possibly starting a tax strike in 2026.
A tax strike is literally the only option that we have left to truly.
No accountability. Rounding up a bunch of psychopathic pedophiles and chopping their heads off. That's the only option.
Bring change to this country.
Justice is the only option. I don't want to hear your fat retard, mentally ill, shitting all over the bed, fucking goddamn retard talk, really.
We cannot rely upon our vote and our elected officials anymore. If you can't see at this point,
our elected gang members, these are pedophile. We can't rely on our pedophiles to tell us. We can't to represent. Man, we can't rely on these pedophiles to represent us. Gaga boo boo, gaga ga boo boo goo goo goo, goo 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 boo boo go boo 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 boo, gaga ga boo 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 boo.
We can't. It's like saying we can't.
It's so crazy. I can't believe the childlike mentality that comes out of that these people must have the IQ of a goddamn cockroach, bro.
Can't rely on Jeffrey Dahmer anymore. Could you ever? We can't rely on Ted Bundy.
Oh God, that's good. It's like saying we can't rely on Ted Bundy. I mean, we can't rely on Jason from Friday the 13th or Michael Myers. I mean, I don't know. This is how dumb they are, dude. They're so fucking dumb. Of course, he's naming real ones, but I went full fantasy. But
Anymore. Could you ever? We can't rely on Henry Kissinger anymore. You never could. And you never will be able to. Quit.
We can't rely on Adolf Hitler. We can't rely on Joseph Stalin. We can't rely on Pol Pot. We can't rely on Mao Zedong. Goo. Man, you have diarrhea shit all over. You just shit all over your own face, retard. I don't know how you're this dumb, sheep. This is why people. This is why people call you sheeple. This is why people call you sheeple.
Quit pretending.
Sorry. This is why people call you sheeple. You're a fucking sheeptard.
That anybody who wants the ring of power is there to benefit Americans. Stop acting like children.
Point that their only interest is to line their own pockets.
When I say we're living in the movie Children of the Corn, I mean it. I'm telling you, it's like Children of the Corn up in here. No, it's childlike. Seriously. It is Children of the Corn 2.0 all up in this bitch.
Then you deserve to die as a slave to the system. I have a question for the American taxpayer. How many years have you worked?
I'm going to call you a slave. I have a info for you slaves.
I have a question for the. How about just saying, I have a question for all my fellow human beings out there.
Thank you. Is he the only channel that has half a brain in the world here? I mean, I'm starting to wonder right now.
I have a question for all you fellow Americans out there. This guy who's a taxpayer is referring to everybody else who's, assume the position and the role.
Again, he's painting me with a broad brush and calling me a willing, voluntary slave when you call me a taxpayer. Again, don't say we. Do you have a fucking mouse in your pocket or something? We means that you think this is organic and I can send it and I want to be ruled by a pedophile and told what to do and what to put in my own fucking body. When you say we, it's like you think I want to be told what I can put in my own fucking body and shit. A stranger can tell me I can't grow a plant.
Goal of a taxpayer is calling everybody else a taxpayer as a base for his argument.
He is the problem, this pedophile fucking slave here.
You and I are taxpayers. First of all, the government is illegitimate because nobody's got a higher claim over your life and property.
Illegitimate, unorganic, exactly.
Than you. And if you
not legit, and it's not organic, and it damn sure ain't legit.
You think they do, then go ahead and just voluntarily give yourself away as an indentured servant, but leave the rest of us alone. And don't group me, don't group you and
don't broad brush us, you fucking retard.
Other people into the category of tax cattle.
And watched your hard-earned tax dollars spent on shit you didn't even vote for.
Theft dollars. To call somebody a taxpayer is to
theft dollars. They're not tax dollars. They're theft dollars. I like that.
Call somebody a theft payer because taxation is theft. Nobody's giving this stuff up voluntarily. And I know it sounds basic.
Literally every time you purchase something, they steal money from you on top of the price that you purchase this for. And you've been so domesticated and so conditioned to accept the robbery. Every transaction, you don't even think about how you're getting robbed anymore.
And I know it sounds like I'm a broken record, but you got to understand, you are not a taxpayer. You are not a sheep on a farm.
You are not a special or unique snowflake. You are the same decaying matter as everything else. Just kidding. Just kidding.
To be fleeced by the farmer.
Year after year goes by, administration after administration, and it's still the same thing. I don't know about you, but I'm beyond tired. I would rather watch the literal collapse of this corrupt system and everything that would come with that than watch.
Me too.
Watch another day go by where one more dollar runs through the.
You agree? We agree that we don't need this system. Oh, and unless it's not corrupt. He doesn't want a corrupt system, but he still wants a system. See, that's the problem with these mental midget retards. Look at him. He's boo boo gaga. Look, he looks like a baby. He's holding a pacifier. Look at him. He's holding a pacifier. It's this mic pacifier shaped like a pacifier, so he can be more conditioned to hold it, because he's used to holding pacifiers.
The hand of these worthless politicians. They don't care about the American people, and it's time we stand up and do something about it peacefully. Yeah. What's the best way to do that?
Yes, let's chop their heads off peacefully. What? What, gay fag? What, dick sucker? How much dick is in your ass right now?
Hit them where it hurts, their pockets. Every aspect of our lives is taxed. Think about it. They tax us on our paychecks. They tax us on the homes we live in. They tax us on the food we eat.
That is true. Very true. Very true.
And even the cars we drive. Literally every aspect. For what? To allow them to enrich themselves? Laundering our money for causes that we aren't even in support of. This is simple.
God damn, dude. It's bizarre. They can actually think a little.
We voted for accountability and Americans to be put first, period. Do you notice that every time Netanyahu goes to the White House, he receives...
Hey, that's President of the United States, Netanyahu, to you.
Billions of dollars in our tax money? I don't give a shit what blackmail they have on our politicians. They are not getting one.
Thank you. Really? But you think?
More penny. Don't you see that?
Do you really think so, though? You say our government, so show me how they're not going to get another penny. What are you going to do about it? You got no power. It ain't our government. You're a child. Anyone who says our government is childlike, they're basically gaga goo goo, infant level boo boo goo goo, crawling on the fucking ground, shitting all over the fucking place, especially their diaper.
that this is the only way moving forward? Mark my words. Bookmark this video. 2026 will
Damn, I'm gonna put that shit in the motherfucking book.
go down in the history books where Americans stood up and actually brought change to this country. I'm done making corrupt politicians and foreign leaders rich. It ends here. It ends now.
All right. So what do you think about what this?
Dare you to fucking stand up and not be a coward? I doubt it. I don't believe a word you're saying, bro. I don't believe a word you're saying, you coward. I don't buy it at all. I don't believe a fucking thing. I think you will never, when it comes down to it, you will fucking bow down to these pedophile Zionists in Israel and Trump, the vice president of the United States, pedophile Trump.
This guy said, what this guy said.
Hard hitting. Hard hitting.
Said, and what this guy said. I just want to ask you the question again. Does anybody have a higher claim over your life and your property than you? Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments.
Again, you're not voting your way out of this. Hold on. What are you saying?
Is anybody else getting to a point where we feel like we cannot vote our way out of this? Where does that leave us?
Yeah, where does that leave you? You have no options. You have no options. If you can't vote your way out of it, because what if the next guy you vote for lies again? And then what if you wait another 4 years because you're hoping the next guy doesn't lie again and represent Israel? What if you wait another 4 years to vote for another person that's not going to represent Israel? How dead are you going to be? How many lives do you have to waste? How much of your quality of life do you have to waste every time to believe that this person isn't going to lie this time? How are you going to vote your way out of slavery? Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Where does that leave you? You should think about shit like that. That leaves you in a situation of there's elephant in the room. Elephant in the room. Where does that leave you? Elephant in the room. You either are going to be a slave or you are going to fight against your own enslavement. That's the elephant in the room, man. That's where we're at right now. You are not voting your way out of this. You're either going to bow down and be a slave or you're going to fight against your own enslavement. That's where we're at.
Because nothing is going to happen about the fraud. Nothing. They weren't nice to us.
Oh, man. What's up, y'all? Can I get somebody fucking help a brother out and donate so I don't have to fucking freeze to death, please? It is fucking cold, man. Come on, man. Please help me out, folks. Good gosh, man. I don't know why I'm not getting any support, man. No offense, Don. I know you helped me out, bro. But again, that goes right to I owe money, so that doesn't help me. I mean, no offense, it helps me because now, I paid back somebody. It's always helpful to pay somebody back. But yeah, see here, man. I've been doing this 3 hours and I haven't gotten a fucking single donation. Come on, people. Not a single donation. Like, there's 13 fucking people here and 14, and not one person can help a brother out. The year is not starting out good. Damn sure didn't finish good. I don't know how I laugh. I have to. I can't be a miserable guy, man. I refuse to not find a way to be happy, man. I don't care what it takes. Even if I have to play the fucking boring ass stupid chess, I'll fucking revert to playing chess if I have to. I will never not be happy. Not that chess is like your life is real bad if that's all you got to make you happy is chess, man. That's how I see it. But they love it. These fuckers play chess, dude, 24/7 like it's crack cocaine, dude. They get that little what do they call that shit? that, what do you call it, rush every time, like from playing chess. How do I know? Because you know what I mean? I've done it all. I've done it all. I know that chess is like almost the same as taking a huge fucking hit. Okay, it's very similar, dude. When you win a game of chess and shit like that, it's very similar to dopamine effects of drugs and shit like that. Chess. So, and all these things here, a lot of it, everything is very similar. But yeah, they get that rush, I almost said. And from play, I'd sit there and play chess. I mean, I get it. I was watching these. All they do is play chess 24/7. Like it's crazy. They get that rush, that what do you call it? Serotonin. They get that serotonin kick. It's crazy. It's like a drug when you play chess. It's crazy. Serotonin rush. It's like taking a big fat hit. Huge, gigantic hit. No, I haven't done it. I've never done the fucking hair. Yeah. Luckily I was smart enough to know I will never do heroin. I can see it's not a natural, like a grown on a plant type of deal that you can clearly see the CIA intelligence services created heroin and other crack cocaine and shit like that and like meth. These things I would never ever do because of or at least the meth and the heroin. But yeah, I mean, when you're a kid, you're tricked. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? 16. It's not your fault. You live in a world where you get tricked into that, dude. What kind of world is it, dude, where you get tricked into doing shit like that, dude? From the CIA, bringing in cocaine to the neighborhoods, picking the neighborhoods to bring that in is quite racist. What they did, the CIA is like very racist when you look at how they brought in the crack cocaine into certain neighborhoods in the U.S. That was very interestingly racist, wasn't it? Because they were all racist in that time. Still, even though that shit was supposed to be done a while ago. Nope. So I watched them do that. I watched the cocaine import agency bringing in all that crack right into the neighborhood and watch everything change. Everything just changed quick, so fast. Thanks to the cocaine import agency or the criminals in action. Again, the intelligence agencies are the pariah of the world. They're the boots on the ground for the establishment, the banksters, the pedophiles that shouldn't be. You have the banking industrial complex. They own them all. Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street, the military industrial complex, the big pharma, bad karma, medical industrial complex. They created all of them. They own them all. Nothing's organic. Something's wrong with you retards that think this place is normal. like if you think, yeah, something is fucking wrong with you motherfuckers. Man, I don't want to freeze. Somebody help a brother out. Please donate, folks. I don't want to freeze. Thanks. Got to get some propane gas. Oh, here we go. I haven't played one of these in a minute. I think they got a new one here. We got a new one here from Jake GTV. I think we got a new one. I don't know if they have the new one after this or not.
Welcome back to Jake GTV News. Have you heard of the Somalians in our country?
Yeah, but I'm more so worried about the Jews.
Straight up, but check this out. Ching Chong, break it down for us.
Ching Chong.
Chloe and Michael, good morning.
Ching Chong Ding Dong.
We're here at the Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good, where $4 million of hard-earned taxpayer dollars are going to Somalian immigrants who say, I'm the captain now.
This is our country. Go away.
Whoa.
But it looks like our investigation.
Yeah, see, they want you to hate Somalians now, just like they wanted you to hate the Palestinians. Because anybody that you hate makes Israel look better, because Israel's the one that should be hated. They're the pariah. They're the genocidal maniacs that want to wipe an entire people from their own motherfucking land.
Team at Jake GTV News has hacked into the cameras. Let's see what they've uncovered.
We've snuck in to finally see where your taxpayer dollars disappear. If I don't make it out, blame Israel.
It feels good to be a refugee.
Safe to say the great replacement has begun. Back to you.
Thanks, Ching Chong. Perfect distraction from the redacted Epstein files and Israel for the week. Am I right?
Straight up. And according to the reports, the Jewish Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society, along with a few fake Christian organizations, are getting paid about $3,000 per refugee.
What?
Shut it down. The Goyim are starting to say America first, and it's bullshit. Trump is making America great again. Don't you dare mention Zionism, or I'll fire you, Jason.
Trump is making Israel great again, you stupid clown. Who is Jake TV? Are you retarded? He must be God-tard retards.
Calm down, Producer Berg. Jeez. So yeah, blame the left. They're like really ugly.
What do you want, white racist?
See what I'm saying? Trumpstein, take it away.
I don't want him in our country, I'll be honest with you. Okay? Somebody said,
Trumpstein, Vice President Trumpstein. Take it away, Vice President Trumpstein. Trumpin Dorkberg. Trumpenberg, Dork, Goldberg, Dork, Trump, Goldberg, Dorkenstein.
oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks.
Gosh, I freaking love Israel. This is why we voted for him.
Fuck.
Take it away.
I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you. Okay? Somebody say, oh, that's not political.
Okay, that's not politically correct. He's talking about the Somalians. Again, a hit piece against Somalia is taking place because they want to displace Palestinians there.
Correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks.
Gosh, I freaking love it.
Thanks. Go to India. Check out the fucking shithole. That's garbage everywhere. Are you kidding? Do I got to show a video on that? You got Indians everywhere coming from India. Have you seen their fucking shithole garbage country? It's fucking disgusting. Okay? It is fucking disgusting. And the women of India, none of them, they all hate the men. They're all under control of the men.
Israel. This is why we voted for him.
It's literally the left that's the problem. Don't notice the genocide in Gaza.
Facts. Let's hear from the people who haven't started noticing yet.
Isn't Trumpstein great? He's literally saving this country and can do nothing wrong. What about the Epstein files? Democrat hoax. What are you, a lefty? Exactly. Let's hear Tampon Tim's response.
Donald Trump's calling our Somali neighbors garbage and the state of Minnesota a hellhole. We've got little children going to school today who their president called them garbage.
Wow, such a noble governor of Minnesota. Imagine him and Camel Toe won. We'd finally have tampons in the men's bathroom.
Wouldn't that have been great?
Would have been amazing.
Are you a woman trapped in a man's body, or worse, a man trapped in a woman? I deserve to be in your middle school reading books to kids.
Sponsored by the Jews at BlackRock.
Because we're chosen.
What the heck was that?
Honestly, everything looks AI nowadays. I have no idea.
Anyway, the FBI and Kash Patel have done nothing.
Right, like just arrest someone already. Yeah, like anyone at this point.
It took a YouTube.
That dude fucking is, what is that dude? I'm serious. Something is wrong with this dude's eyes.
Kash Patel have done nothing.
Right.
Something is wrong with this guy's eyes, man. I'm telling you, I don't like it. Something's wrong with this guy. I don't like it.
Like, just arrest someone already. Yeah, like anyone at this point.
It took a YouTuber to uncover this whole $9 billion Somalian fraud.
Yep. Nick Shirley, take it away.
$1.9 million going illegally, fraudulently to this business that has quality learning center, but can't even spell learning right on the door.
Don't. No, but this guy can't even expose the Trump meme coin pump and dump scam, but he's worried about this shit instead of Trump. Well, what about Trump though, bro? Like I've never seen such a Ponzi scheme in my life that Trump and his son did, and I don't get it. Trump is literally stealing oil tankers.
Open up.
Trump is literally stealing oil from another country, and you're worried about this shit.
Ma'am, we are not ICE. They've received over 1.9 million.
ICE is the IDF, by the way. The reason ICE wears masks is because they're all from Israel. They're all pedophile Israel, Mossad, IDF pedophile agents.
$1 million this year
The pedophile place of Israel.
alone, and they're supposed to have 99 children here.
I don't see it.
Have you ever seen any children here?
None, not at all.
Thanks, Nick, but let's ask a libtard.
My pronouns are he, him, and the problem is the racists who don't let foreign countries invade our homes. Flood the open borders now. Absolute dumbass. Anyways, while all our taxpayer dollars are sent to Israel, let's hear Trumpstein blame the lefties.
Waltz is a grossly incompetent man. There's something wrong with him. Okay, there's something wrong with him.
Well put, Trumpstein. Federal prosecutors found a Minnesota Medicaid fraud that's paid out at least.
That's Vice President Trumpstein to you. Okay.
$9 billion since 2018, an actual drop in the bucket to the $50 billion we sent to destroy the Sand People.
Shut it down! We're only running this segment so you stop asking questions about the Epstein files in Israel. Trump is making America great again!
Speaking of Israel, did you see them at their right to protest?
Oh yeah, this one's my favorite video.
Is this Jake G retard really think Trump? This guy's a fucking Trump-tard, bro. I'm done. I'm done with that, dude. He's so annoying. I don't know what's wrong with the guy. Like, the guy's genocidally and murdering people, and he's like, Trump's making America great again. Wow, I know it's a character, but damn, bro, you don't even say shit like that, bro. But anyway, it's dark in here because there's no light, not much light. I wonder if this will blind me. This will help. Well, that might help a little bit. Can you guys see a little better? Hello. So, folks, if you can donate, please donate. I'm really going to be freezing my ass off. I'm out of propane gas. I don't know what I'm going to do. So, you help me out, man. Go to the home page of my YouTube channel for the links. Go to the home page of my YouTube channel for the links that actually work. Ones below aren't going to work, I don't think, until after the live stream. But they don't even work anyway. Go to the homepage of the YouTube channel, Meltology Professor, to donate now, or you will have bad luck forever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be cursed for all eternity. Your soul will never. I'm kidding. Oh, man, these fuckers, huh? Eh? Three fucking hours, man. Man, I have so many goddamn fucking. Man, my stomach's growling too, man. This shit hurts, dude, being hungry. No, it's never fun being hungry, man. Oh, God, that shit hurts. Your stomach starts to eat itself. Starts to eat the fat. Then when that runs out, it goes with a muscle. Let's see here. You can feel it.
This letter, in my opinion, was a threat of what will. This letter, in my opinion, was a threat of what will come if we did not sell our properties.
Do you guys realize what they're really doing?
But I actually don't think that we're freaking out enough.
Average electricity bills rise by as much as 267%.
The whole point of creating the AI data centers is to go against the need for humans.
There's a nitrate contamination in the water, and they're linking that to different cancers and pregnancy losses.
Amazon is saving billions in both county and state-approved tax breaks.
Get your ass up there. Your ass to understand how bad data centers are for your community.
Our humanity matters, not screens, not data.
Than a quarter of power in the whole state of Illinois.
To ask you to sit down.
Technology should not come at the.
See how they talk to you? See how they talk to you? You're being ruled by the least of you. You are being ruled by strangers that are cowards, that are sellouts. Like they're everybody, like I told you, they're parasites. Everybody in government is automatically a parasite because they stole money from you to pay themselves a paycheck against your free will. That makes them a fucking cocksucking, cursed soul, damned soul parasite.
Cause of people's health.
Across America, mass data centers are being built at a pace that.
Look at this pace of data centers. Look at this. Just, the more of these you see here, the more the pedophiles win. Imagine that. The more of these dots you see here, the more the pedophile enslavement by the pedophiles, your enslavement by a pedophile wins. A pedophile is winning against you. A pedophile is smarter, more deviant, more cunning, more deceptive than you. They're going to enslave you before you can defend yourself. And they'll use every trick, a lot of mental tricks to do it.
Most people don't even realize. They're often sold to communities as progress in terms of jobs, innovation, the future of technology. But behind the glossy promises are growing concerns from everyday people who are asking real questions about water use, energy strain, land loss, noise, and what these facilities mean for local control and long-term sustainability.
The thing that I can't quite square is the data.
Again, the mentally ill retards want
the center play. And I know you've talked to some of my friends about that in the past. I look at a data center that's $10 billion, right? First of all, there haven't been any exits above $4 or $5 billion. You haven't seen comp, so that worries me quite a bit. Then I see large technology companies, the largest companies on the planet with $4 trillion market cap saying, I don't want to own this asset. I don't want to have this on my balance sheet. So I ask, why? Why doesn't the largest company in the world
Mad enough
fucking retard
about these?
You build it, you finance it.
I don't think everybody is mad enough about these damn data centers.
You're
Because
right.
do you guys realize what they're
You are right. Nobody's ever mad enough about their children being starved out by pedophiles. They're never mad about their children being starved out. It's crazy.
really doing? Not only are they giving tax breaks for data centers, they're also passing off the amount of, it takes up so much.
Yeah, but you got a student loan, you don't get a tax break. Only the pedophile CEOs get a break. They get tax breaks. All the pedophile CEOs that make millions and millions of dollars and don't pay their fucking employees enough to survive, they get the tax break. You fucking retards that borrowed money for school education, you don't get a break. Fuck no. Argentina gets $40 billion. You fucking motherfuckers that pay property tax on a fucking car and land. You want to own something? You don't get a fucking break. Fucking Israel gets a break. The pedophile corporations get a break. You don't get a break. Pay back that student loan. Here, wait, here's some interest. Wait, I'm going to garnish it. I'm going to fucking garnish that shit.
Much electricity, so much water, so much resources. So all of the money that it's going to cost for these companies to be running these data centers, that's getting passed on to the residents of Michigan. Okay. We're going to be having increased, and anybody else that has a data center near them. Your electricity bills will be increasing because for some reason, can somebody explain this to me? If you guys are going to destroy our world, our earth, can you at least pay? Can you at least pay? Like, that's really...
Like, that's the least you can do. If you're going to destroy our world and our lives, can you at least pay for it? Why do we got to pay for it too? Like, why the fuck do we got to fucking pay for our own fucking destruction?
Really, that's the bare minimum. Like, I'm not okay with y'all doing it, but taking my money, can you explain this to me? Because for some reason, can somebody explain this to me? If you guys are going to destroy our world, our earth, can you at least pay? Can you at least pay? Like, that's the bare minimum. Like, I'm not okay with y'all doing it, but taking my money on top of it, like, damn.
So I've just learned that they are going to be building a data center near where I live. And I'm sort of freaking out about it. And I know a lot of people are freaking out about data centers right now, but I actually don't think that we're freaking out enough.
No.
I think we need to start thinking about data centers.
No, you should have been freaking out when you let a group of pedophiles steal the entire wealth of the United States from you and make you broke homeless retards. That's when you should have been freaking out. When a group created itself and claimed rulership over you, a group of pedophiles called government claimed rulership over you.
Centers like mines. Like, if a mine was going up the street from where you live, you'd probably be freaking out. But because we're calling them data centers and there's like this sort of futuristic kind of optimism surrounding them or something, we're just like willing to accept this incredibly invasive and destructive.
When you hear data system, think digital prison that you can never escape. You will never escape it once you're in it. This is the real Matrix. Like, this is the real Matrix. The actual Matrix in reality is what they want. The digital prison. These AI centers are what makes the digital prisons capable and actual.
Technology. For some reason, this is just like really popular within the government of my area. Like 8 out of 9 counselors just agreed that this was a great thing and just greenlit the rezoning application immediately.
Right. You didn't get any vote. You never get to vote on anything. You got to vote on who gets to vote for you. Like what are you, 2? Like you got to be a fucking 2-year-old to think that you're in a democracy where you vote for someone who makes all your decisions for you. Like, this is childlike, man. You think you're free, but this guy's going to represent you? Like you people are like 2-year-old mental ill patient retards.
Immediately. The data center near me is apparently not going to be used for AI and crypto uses, but like, how are we supposed to know if that's true? And is there any kind of way of ensuring that they don't just change it to AI or crypto use in the future? The predictions and the estimations that they are basing this approval on is just stuff that the company has said. The company that built the data center that's going near where I live has built another data center that has reportedly gone way over the estimates that they gave to the city that they built their data center in. It just feels like we're all stuck in this Ponzi scheme and nobody asked to be a part of it, but suddenly our water bills and
Right. That's government. It's a Ponzi scheme that nobody asked you to be a part of.
electricity bills are going gone way over the estimates that they gave to the city that they built their data center in. It just feels like we're all stuck in this Ponzi scheme and nobody asked to be a part of it, but all stuck in this Ponzi scheme and nobody asked to be a part of it, but all stuck in this Ponzi that they gave to the city that they built their data center in. It just feels like we're all stuck in this Ponzi scheme and nobody asked to be a part of it, but suddenly our water bills and electricity bills are going to be contributing to it without us even being consulted. All this physical infrastructure is being...
Slaves don't get consulted, stupid. Our government. You're a fucking slave. You don't get consulted, and you got the gall and nerve to call it your government when you're a dumb slave? When you had no say in anything, you're going to say our government, you fucking retards out there?
Built on the speculative hype of AI. Going to destroy the environment. We are going to use a ton of energy to potentially see the benefit of this technology that so far...
What how can an AI center ever benefit anybody but a pedophile freak show trying to fucking lock in every piece of data of your life so it can use it against you and lock you away and enslave you? Like, come on, man. This is some pedophile shit. Get in the van much? This is some get in the van shit. This AI centers are, here, children, I got some candy, get in the van so I can put you in a digital prison.
Doesn't do anything cool. Like we're gonna destroy the entire environment and everything for ChatGPT to write a resume. And the worst part for me is that we are throwing like billions and billions of dollars at these data centers when there's so...
And it's not we, dude. It's not your government. You didn't make any decision to give them anything. You didn't give them anything, dude. You had no say in it. Why are you saying that you did it? You didn't do it. You can't do anything without them fucking giving you permission first, you dumb slave. You can't even tie your own shoelaces without their permission, you stupid fucking retard.
Many other very real problems that could use that money right now. How is this the thing we're doing with the billions of dollars that we have? I don't get it.
Exactly. And you should have never gotten it that they give money to wars or other countries or the pharmaceutical or any corporations. You should never get it. That's insane. But you finally get it now? Now?
I'm standing at the
Where you been, man?
Formerly proposed site of a massive AI data center that my community of St. Charles, Missouri, stopped from going up on a 440-acre parcel here behind me. Americans living near large clusters of data centers have seen their average electricity bills rise by as much as 267% over the past 5 years. Communities with heavy concentrations of data...
Anybody where you see a data center, you better fight for your fucking... Because it's another scam to fucking make your life even more worse from the pedophiles it shouldn't be. That these fucking corporations and government, your world, your society is so rigged against you. I don't know how you're this dumb. I really don't get it.
Data centers are experiencing some of the steepest increases in energy costs nationwide. Even as household demands remain relatively unchanged, electricity costs all over the nation are through the roof. The massive private corporations funding these AI projects often conceal details about data center construction and energy use, hiding them behind trade secret protections and limiting public oversight. Contracts between data centers and utility companies are typically confidential, leaving residents with little explanation for rising electric bills, which are essentially a guarantee in communities that often never see them coming and are wholly unprepared for their economic and ecological effects. Please understand that this is just covering the cost of home electric alone. The far-reaching health and environmental effects of these data centers we will detail in the series to come. The project here in St. Charles may have been defeated.
There's nothing wrong with CO2, you mentally ill, fucking mental ill patient. Nothing's wrong with CO2. We are deprived of a world. Our world needs so much CO2. Why? Because it's plant food. The more plants, the more oxygen. The more oxygen, the less your IQ goes downward. Dumb fucks. I can't even watch these retards. They're so dumb, bro. I really hate these people around the world. They're all just they're basically just walking around regurgitating computer programs from the television. They just everybody I see, I just see the TV talking. They watch the news. I just see the television talking. It's like everywhere. They're all programs. They're all they call it programming because they're programming you. And now you go out there and just regurgitate the shit that came out of the TV. 3.5 hours, man. Not a single donation, man. All right. I love you guys too, man. Have a good one.